Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. I'm smiling so much because I'm so excited to show you this fabulous house behind me. We are here to tour Aldington House in Eckington. Right, so and that's near Gloucester, near Cheltenham, that area by the Cotswolds. So now that I've told you a little bit about the house, its name, let's talk about the specifications. So the specification, it's a 5-bedroom house. There's a powder room / WC on the ground floor, and there's 3 bathrooms on the first floor. In addition to that, its approximate size is 2,700 square feet, and it's currently on the market at the time of filming this tour at approximately £950,000. So let's show you a little bit more. Stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. All right, so let's go straight into the tour. First thing you're going to notice is this fantastic countryside metal rail, post and rail fence. It goes all the way around your front garden, but then there's still a little bit of a buffer zone all the way around your property. So that goes around that side, and then to the right hand side you don't have that post and rail because it opens up to the rest of the development. You've got this gorgeous garden, and the grass is being kept alive throughout this British heat wave that we've got through the sprinklers, which you can probably hear. There's some ornamental planting, and then you've got the 2 windows over there are actually going to be your garage doors when they're done, and they're automatic up and over garage doors. We've got these 2 absolutely cute ornamental trees. I like to call them lollipop trees, but they're fabulous. You've got this porch as well. It's substantial. A few people can stay here and shelter themselves if you're trying to fumble around in your handbag or in your pockets for the front door keys. Again, you've got 2 lights, downlighters, which are on sensors, which are great. So they're motion sensors, so you're not going to be in the dark whilst you're trying to get into the house. And also, before we go straight into the tour, let's just show you the detail of the actual architecture. So this is Property Vlogs. We're going to talk about the architecture. You've got these fabulous brick plinths either side. Let me just point out what I'm talking about. These are brick plinths, and they come out and they go all the way around the house. And at the edges of the building, of the house, the home, the property, we've got these brick coin details, which are the little pieces of brick that stick out a little bit. You've got fabulous vertical header courses above the actual window, and they're arched, and that's the language of the property. And before we go in, actually, let me just show you really quickly. I love the fact that the actual porch, the timber porch, and these solid wooden posts either side are on these brick plinths. The brick plinths continue all the way around the property. You're going to see numerous brick details around the house along with the stone sill. So again, the front door is solid wood, like I said, and this is how big it is, how wide it is. It's quite an entrance, and yeah, that's basically what's going on the outside. And let's go inside. Through this hardwood door, we step into our fabulous hallway. Let's close the door. Beautiful. Wow, can we just admire how gorgeous this front door is? Okay, so like I said, it is a hardwood door, which is very different. It's not a composite door. It's got your letterbox there, 2 panels either side, bringing in lots of natural light. I like the little frosted paint inserts there, which obviously create a sense of privacy, and it kind of allows you to have the light whilst not compromising on your privacy as well. So now that we're in here, before I step into the hallway in full, let's talk about the flooring. I absolutely love it when this is considered as part of the actual property. We've got genuine coir matting inlaid into the floor level with the rest of the flooring, and I just love how it flows. There's no trip hazards, no slip hazards. It's being considered. You don't have to worry about it. Just, leave the rest up to Spitfire to consider that. So let's look at the first room, which is going to be in here. So looking into this first room over here, we've got what could be a cloakroom, but it's actually where your fuse board is. And guys, before I mention, I wish there was a light, there's actually a light already built into here. So if you've watched any of our other videos, you know that I always say this would normally be a request or an upgrade to have a light in your cloakroom. Not in this case, it's actually built in here. And this kind of boxed area here actually contains your manifold, which is for your underfloor heating. Yes, the entire ground floor has underfloor heating underneath these gorgeous ceramic tiles. And these ceramic tiles are actually also large format tiles. So they're not the little small ones that you have to kind of like put loads of them. They're huge size tiles. So they're very, very elegant, and they flow throughout the main open space. So looking at the hallway, I don't want to whiz too quick through this tour. This hallway is very wide. You can definitely tell that. My voice kind of bounces off a little bit, which shows you the size. And also the ceiling height's taller than your standard 2.4 meters, which I absolutely love. You can admire the staircase, which takes you to the first floor. I'm going to point that out when we move to the first floor. But again, they've got the Spitfire details, that wooden finish on the last two treads of the staircase, and then the carpeted treads, and then these gorgeous wooden newel posts, which are just kind of chunky, very dramatic and bold. Again, looking at the details, you've got these stepped edge profiles to the architraves, and they come down and then they join the skirtings, which are actually taller than your usual skirting boards. Your typical modern skirting boards tend to be that height, and they've bumped it up an extra a couple of inches there, and that kind of level and that level of detail is what would definitely improve the sense of quality and also make this feel like a luxury home, which is what it is. The next door I'm going to show you over here is the toilet. So downstairs powder room. So you're just waiting for you to get into position, and then I will open the door. So in the downstairs powder room, it's a two-piece suite. We've got the toilet there and the sink there. The toilet has a hidden cistern, so none of that unattractive toilet bits. They're hidden behind that wall there. And then you've got rack ceramics has provided the white goods and sanitary ware to the whole property. You've got half height tiling up there with a chrome edge strip, and just in terms of proportions, I think it's lovely. They've taken the tiling all the way down and then only had skirting on the walls that have paint on them, and I love that. It's really accessible. There's no kind of change in material, so again, it flows really nicely off the hallway. Right, let's move on. So the first proper room I'm going to show you is this one over here. This is your study / office. It benefits from two windows, one facing the front of the property, one facing the side of the property. So it's dual aspect. In terms of sizes or proportions of this room, you can see that you can fit quite a bit of furniture here. It could definitely be like a spare bedroom if you were to have a sofa bed in here, or as they've shown it, it's a home office. It's a fabulous home office. So again, it benefits from all the features that you've seen already. The fantastic skirting boards, the flooring, they've switched it up a little bit. Again, so we've gone now from that fabulous ceramic into like what appears to be a wood effect laminate as well, or a luxury vinyl tile. Again, guys, all the specification is going to be in the description. If you've got any questions, that's the first place to check. 3-pane windows facing the front, very large, bringing lots of light. Again, 2 panes there and both are opening. So again, I love this room, love the proportions, and let's keep moving on to the next space. So this space beckons me forward. This is your formal dining, but again, it's labeled as a formal dining room, but it can be whatever you want it to be. Maybe you want to swap it around and have that being your formal dining and this being your office. It's completely up to you. But as a formal dining, it fits more than enough space for an 8-seater. You could definitely upsize this if you wanted it to. You've got this pendant placed bang in the middle, centered, lovely. And isn't that just a fantastic pendant light they've gone with to stage this property? Again, it gives you an idea of what you can achieve. You've got dual aspect again in a similar arrangement, except this time this window is lower down. It's kind of more level with kind of hip height, so it's quite good. You could probably extend that, make that into a window seat if you wanted. And I just love, if we can just admire the staging for a second, the bronze track and then these lovely powder blue curtains, floor to ceiling on a ceiling track. That's very on trend. It kind of gives you that luxury hotel feel, and I love that as part of the show home. And this is gorgeous. It's just been done really, really tastefully. And yeah, that's the formal dining room. So let's go on to the next room. The next room on this floor is going to be this room. Now, wow, in terms of living areas, formal lounges, should I say, again, we've got another dual aspect room. And that's one of the fantastic features of this house type, is that there's lots of areas to get lots of natural light. We've got another window over there facing the side of the property, which would overlook your garages as well over there. And then towards this end, we've got that fabulous floor to ceiling curtain tracks as well. And then we've got double doors with a garden, 2 opening lights either side, so you don't have to open the doors if you need just a little bit of fresh air or a breeze. But again, there's almost like step-free access between the inside of this carpeted room into the outside of this gorgeous paving slabs in your paved patio area in the garden. In terms of the garden, we will try and get you more clips, but for now you can see a little sneak peek. It's quite an extensive size. It goes the full width of the house, and in terms of views out of the garden, there's definitely a lot of attractive features to look at. And yeah, that's pretty much the lounge. Oh, actually, if you watch our tours, you know I like to talk about the proportions. I kind of feel like I didn't have much to say because this room ticks pretty much all my boxes. We've got in front of me an oversized coffee table. Again, this is close to about 2 meters long by 1 meter wide. It's huge. An oversized coffee table, a gorgeous fire here as well. You know, a wood burner, and it's working as well. It's not decorative. And then you've got just the really lovely rustic details. You've got that hearth as well just there, and just the contemporary detail and the way they've done that with the skirting is fantastic. We've got huge sofa there, 4-seater, a huge 3-seater there, and there's still ample space to move around should you need to. So proportion wise, this room is very nice. And I just wanted to mention the light switches and the sockets are actually black nickel effect as well, which is kind of usually a massive upgrade. I mean, if you even have that option in most developments, but this is part of this house and it's already considered. So again, I want to do an introduction to the space, but you probably already see it. So come on, let's go straight into our fabulous open plan dining kitchen and little snug living area at the end. I say little, but it's quite big. Let's start with this space. Dining area could be a breakfast bar. You could pull up some stools, some bar stools up to here and have this be a breakfast area, and then have this at the moment as a 6-seater. Is it a 6-seater? Yes, it is. Can you put an 8-seater? Yes. Can you put a 10-seater? Yes. I can walk all the way around here and there's ample space. There's a window at the dining area, so it's not dark here at all. Obviously, we've got the spotlights above it. And yeah, in terms of the zoning of the space, there's an additional zone here, and it's completely up to you if you want to have a living snug here, or over there, which we'll see in a second. But yeah, it's a versatile home. Again, underfloor heating throughout this entire space, considering it's got ceramic tiles. In the winter, it's going to be so nice and warm, and you're not going to have to worry about that. Now, let's talk about the kitchen, yeah? Do you want to see how big the kitchen is? Let me show you. So this is, I'm still walking. I'm going to show you how big this open plan space is. So from corner to corner, I don't know if you can see me over there. Right, so this is a very big space. Big, yes, big, huge, humongous. So yeah, this is how big the space is. I'm now in the snug, which we'll show you in a second. But again, let me just walk back up to here so you can see how spacious the kitchen is. So it's in a U-shaped formation. It is extremely spacious, guys. Wow, it is mind-blowing. So where do I begin? Let's start in true property vlog style. Let's work in a methodical way. We've got this really conveniently placed socket, bank of sockets. So that's fantastic, isn't it? And it's so contemporary, very sleek. Push it down and that's it. Good. You've got this absolutely gorgeous quartz worktop here, and it's kind of like a marble appearance. I love it. Again, it pairs really nicely with the navy blue kind of modern shaker style cabinets in it's a matte sheet. I think it's a matte effect. It's not quite satin. It's not a flat color by any means. You've got these antique brass handles as well, and I like that. It's kind of traditional meets modern, but again, the brightness contrasts beautifully with the darkness of the cabinets. And again, we've got very taller than your standard height kitchen cabinets. Normally you'd have 2 shelves, here you have 3. So instead of putting your baking trays, pots and pans above the kitchen, not saying any of you do that, but if you did have a habit of doing that, you don't have to do that. It can all be tucked away. These are all on soft closes, so this is a very quiet kitchen. At this area, we've got the grooves of cut into the worktop. So again, we have less visual clutter. It's all seamlessly done. And then we've got the upstand in that same material. And then I love this Spitfire detail. The sill is in the same material. So less wood by the water area, by your work area, means it's going to be more durable, longer lasting, less cleaning, less maintenance. And again, guys, I just love this view from the sink. And if you know anything about property vlogs and the things I love is I love, obviously, attention to detail, but I love a window in front of the sink. Whilst you're doing the washing up, you've got fabulous views of the countryside, you know, right in front of you. You can see what's happening and just stay connected with the outdoors. So yeah, you've got opening windows there. And then you've got these recessed LED lights underneath. Cabinets as well. I love that. And then your bank of switches there for the appliances, the dishwasher. Again, the black nickel faceplates to all the light switches over there. And then the kitchen continues all the way around with over here you have your Neff appliances as well. So your Neff hob is there with 5 points for the hob as well, and then extract fan, very sleek look as well. Neff as well, very nice. And then storage above there. I was going to open that, but I will show you that in a second. So that's this part of the kitchen. There's still more kitchen, which I'll show you in a second. But let's go through the storage, because I'm sure you're probably curious what it looks like on the inside. So again, they've gone with the same color on the inside, and then they've paired it with a dark gray carcass on the inside. Now, I want to point that out. That's not a standard finish by any means. It is much cheaper to just go with white. They've not done that. They've committed to the color scheme, the theme. They've paired that with a dark gray. So it's very subtle and it works beautifully. So storage, soft closers. There you go. That's cool. That's your dishwasher by Zanussi. Fantastic. Great location, you know. Dishes straight away, storage under there, and more storage, bin caddy, again next to the kitchen sink, all logical, makes it very easy for you to access everything. Cutlery drawer underneath the hob, woks, you know, stir fries, easily done. More storage down here as well, and not a single clank, guys, not a single clank. Can I just show you really quickly above? Again, storage all the way, and that's the way it is for those cabinets above. Now let's show you the bonus kitchen. So we've obviously got our integrated appliances here. You're probably wondering where the oven was going to go. Well, it's over here. So the hot elements are over here with your fridge on one side and storage on the other side. So the fridge is and the freezer. Let me just open that. Brand new. So fridge, freezer arrangement, storage, 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 and storage. Right, that's the kitchen. I think that has to be one of the most spacious kitchens I've seen. There's also another bank of sockets, an adapter there for you to plug in your iPad, your mobile phone devices, and then another switch there. And then I mentioned you could flip the kitchen completely. They've already considered a breakfast bar, and they've already considered having a waterfall edge detail here. I love that. The stools, the bar stools go nicely under there. And so this is where kind of the official breakfast area is. But like I said, it's completely up to you. You can flip them around if you want to, but this is where it's been designated. And this then leads onto this gorgeous living area, this open plan. You've got a vertical window over there, bringing in lots of light. Again, a lot of opportunity to touch base with nature, bringing in lots of light. And then, wow, the ceiling is vaulted ceiling with feature spotlights either side. You know, if you wanted to, maybe you could put a pendant right in the middle. If you wanted to be extra glam, you could put a pendant dropping down. Really, really brings this whole space together. And then you've got window here with an opening light there, and then another window here with another opening light. I say opening light because essentially it's all great having windows, but what if it's hot? What if you want to open and get some fresh air? You can easily do that without having to get out the keys and pull open these fabulous bifolding doors. Aluminium frame bifolding doors, might I add. White on the outside and the inside. So again, it works with the theme. And then the threshold between these ceramic tiles and the outside tiles is barely, it's so minimal, which is great for moving food between barbecue, inside and outside, etc. Like I said, if you wanted, this could be your dining to spill into that space. just, you know, it's staged to kind of give you an idea, but also it just shows you how versatile the arrangement is. Now, just in case you thought that was it, no, there's more. Let's go into the space. This is your utility slash laundry room. We've got another stainless steel sink, and then we've got spaces for appliances, one there, ample space for a bin, laundry basket, whatever you want, storage under there, and then obviously storage under the sink. And then your boiler here is Valent boiler, EcoFit sustain boiler as well, fuse switches so you can isolate everything. You've got your laminate worktop here as well in a marble effect, and it's the same quality of finishes and detail. Leading off the utility, we've got a glazed door, which basically means it's like another opportunity. There's another window, isn't it? Looking over your garden, so another view. So bringing in lots of light, and then also you can bring in things from the garden. The washing can go to dry. All that stuff is there. So with this being the ground floor, let's head back to the hallway. Follow me. Now I'm going to show you the garden space. So through this gate, you're going to notice a couple of doors from your garages. Yes. Let's just close that door off there. And now we're in the garden. So the access is along this paved walkway. You can see the lawn is in fantastic condition. Effort has been made to make sure this lawn survived the recent heat wave we just had. And you can just see in terms of proportions, this is the garden. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I'm a massive fan on non-square gardens. This has lots of angles for you to definitely implement your landscaping. But again, with this particular show home actually being on offer as well, you know, the way everything's been designed is going to stay. So apart from the furnishings and the loose items, you've got the paving here, and then you've got this path that takes you to the back. So let's go to the back as well. You're going to notice your aluminium bifolding doors there, and this paved pathway done in a contemporary way. And then you've got the framing, the fencing over there in that kind of grey, and then you can see your windows to your open plan living area from the back over there. And you know, this is where you could entertain, you know, you would entertain in a house like this. And then you can see the rest of the lawn over there, and your garage, which has a really lovely roof shape to it as well, and a trellis already there. It's just really move-in ready, isn't it? This is a stress-free home for someone who just wants to come in and have the luxury fittings, everything thought through. We've got lights as well either side, and they're on PIR sensors, so they'll come on at night time or if there's motion. And then obviously you've got tap here, and then electrical sockets, 2 of them here. So barbecue stations over here right by the kitchen and utility. This is just a fantastically proportioned garden. So yeah, that's the garden space, guys. And I want to finish off by just telling you a little bit about the ironmongery. Some people really like this. Let's just take a look really quickly at the ironmongery over here. We've got chrome handles there, beautiful chrome handles, and then the doors are grey painted in a very warm grey. And this is the kind of the quality you're going to see throughout the house. Yeah. And let's go to the upstairs. Again, the level of workmanship that's gone into this staircase is just incredible. And now that we're on the first floor landing, I want to just mention really quickly, we've now switched to central heating. Downstairs was underfloor heating, and now we're in central heating. So let's go to the first room, which is going to be this one on my right. This room is currently staged as a twin, you know, for maybe or a guest bedroom. But as you can see, the proportions are pretty sweet. Whenever you can fit a twin bed, a set of twin beds, and space between bedsides, furniture, circulation, you know for a fact you can definitely fit in like a super king or a king size bed. Here we've got a view facing the front of the development, but it's actually your official side view. So that was a fantastic view. And now you can see, but as you back away, just the size of this room. I absolutely love this room. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the quality of light or the proportions. It's just because when you see so much furniture in a bedroom, it's quite unusual. Most houses are actually staged very minimally, you know, the bare minimum, so that we can just kind of make it feel like it's bigger. Not in this case. You can definitely imagine that 2 people could be in this room. So this could definitely be a fantastic guest suite bedroom. So you've got your headboards, oversized headboards there, and you can move that in the middle and have a super king bed. Like I said earlier, wardrobe could go here because obviously your bed's going to be over there, and then you've got a space and then wardrobe, or here, a dedicated wardrobe space behind the door. And I love it, wall to wall fitted with wardrobes. It's been considered for you. Alternatively, homework area, or kind of a desk, whatever you want it to be, an office zone, a makeup get ready area. It's just all there. But yeah, that's room number 1, guys. So let's go to room number 2. Room number 2 is this one over here. Absolutely fantastic room number 2. So we're still loading, we're still getting ready. Again, I love the staging, it's really fantastic, but let's look at what you're actually getting for your money. What you're getting for your money is a fantastically proportioned room with a huge 3-pane window over there, 2 of them open, letting in lots of light, and then another double pane window over here with a higher sill, so it's more private. Again, this faces the side of the development, or the front of the development, but the side of your home, and that faces the front of your home, your official entrance. And you've got dual aspect. You've already got a TV mount there on the wall, so no loose cables. It's going to look top spec, hotel quality, luxurious. It's all been considered for you. You've got sliding wardrobes here. You probably didn't notice them on the way in. Why? Because they don't eat into the space at all. And then at the foot of your bed, you've got at least almost 2.5 meters at the foot of your large bed. And this bed looks like it's definitely a super king bed. It is not a small bed in the slightest. I like to give scale. So again, maybe if I walk over here, you can see what you're getting. Lovely. I absolutely love this. Now, if you thought that was it, no, there's actually a bonus ensuite to this room. So with this ensuite, again, we've got a window. Again, every thought has been considered into actually how functional the space is. Who wants a shower that you don't have a window to? Well, you've got a window there, letting in lots of fresh air, and then chrome, I was going to say chrome handrail, no, chrome radiator there, towel rail, and then a large wall-to-wall shower with a shower tray at the bottom, thermostatic showers as well, sliding glass door, and then the white goods by Rack ceramics half the way up, as you can see, and then a large focal mirror there with a shaver socket. So again, shaver socket, hidden cistern, towel rail, shower, space, tiling, doors, ironmongery, it's all in there, same quality. You will not find you're not going to find a surprise in this house where you're going to say, oh, this is the worst room, or this is the compromise room. It's not like that at all. And as I say that, let's go into room number 3. So room number 3, again, look how big this bed is. Wow. Okay, so we've got a double window facing the front of the property, radiator underneath, 2 sockets either side, large headboard, super king. Well, this is actually a king size bed, but again, super king can easily fit. You can have a dresser at the foot of the bed, TV there, or you could have wardrobe if you want in this corner. Now this room, the shape of it means you do have to think about where the wardrobe's going to go, but you definitely know you can have the wardrobes opposite the bed if you want, or to the side that you're not seeing. And there's also a little nook here for more storage. So you can have a small wardrobe here or there, and then move the bed over and not have it centered. Again, I love the pendant lighting to this room, which you would have seen in a, well, actually, we'll show you that really quickly. Fabulous feature. Again, that's to show you the ceiling heights are fabulous here. Let's keep it moving. Again, my favorite, which is a mystery door. Mystery door this is what is keeping your showers absolutely fantastic, and the central heating. It's a Valent hot water cylinder. It's a store with a light inside as well, so the linen can go on the top shelf. And then yeah, look at this, guys. Let me just show you this. Wow, it's very, very beautiful, and you can just connect with downstairs. It's very open, and all of this is dedicated to staircase, so it's not squashed and it's not hidden. So let's keep moving. Next room towards the front of the house is this one again. Wow, okay. I almost feel like every room in here could have 2 beds in it, the way this feels right now in terms of space. So obviously you've seen, we've just walked into this bedroom, right? We're not even yet at the actual bed. The bed itself is a king size bed. So remove everything you've thought about houses being staged with doubles. These are king size beds with large bedside tables either side. You've got a window facing the other side of the property. Here you can see your garages there as well in your driveway, and then windows facing the front of the property, 3 paned windows letting in light. So everybody living in this house, in this home, is going to feel like the rooms are all special in some way or the other. And right now in this area, let me just show you really quickly, this zone here is actually a working area, but you can have wardrobes, or they've actually showed the TV mounts there. So your TV would be there, and then the wardrobe would go from here all the way to here. So it's up to you. You can have underbed storage like most people do, or have ample space like we have in this room for storage options, wardrobe options. And then the next room is this one over here. This is our fabulous family bathroom. Absolutely fabulous. I love the moodiness of this space, and the moodiness is created by the spotlights they've gone with. Yes, you could obviously have really bright LED ones, but these ones are very, very zen. It's got a spa feel. So, okay, what do we have here? We have the Spitfire kind of signature. Absolutely love their signature medicine cabinets. So well made and so sturdy. Joinery like this can cost thousands of pounds, and this comes as standard in every ensuite in this property. Shaver socket, recessed down lighter underneath, and then that beautiful chrome edging strip underneath. We've got the ceramic tiles all the way throughout. Beautiful. Floating sink by Rack Ceramics, and then the toilet as well, so you can easily clean underneath it. Very functional. Then we've got a bath which has been enclosed here, and there's a bit of a shelf there made out of where the window is. So yes, there is a window actually, bringing in light as well at the head of the shower, at the front of the bathtub, sorry. The shower is actually over here, a dedicated separate shower, fully enclosed with a kind of retracting door as well, and then a shelf already there. Fantastic. And a thermostatic shower with a handheld device. Now let's look at the final, and what is the primary room. Wow, okay, we've made it. We've arrived at the feature room of this house. So I mean, this is enormous. This bed is definitely a super king size bed. 2 bedside tables, almost wall-to-wall headboard here. And then again, I love it when you don't even notice the wardrobes, because they don't eat into the space. Like I said before, we've got fully fitted wardrobes, floor to ceiling, carpeted underneath, so it's not an afterthought, it's fully integrated. And then you've got the rest of the space left behind this door. There's more room, guys. So this is an optional additional wardrobe space, or makeup area, or that could be where your TV could go. It's completely up to you. Or your TV could go maybe where the artwork is, if you're TV in bed type people. It's completely up to you. Now let's spin around and I'll show you a bit more. So we've got the window in this space, and it looks over the rear garden. So you have fantastic zen garden views, and you have a fantastic we have a fantastic primary bedroom that overlooks your garden space, a large radiator as well, and then the ensuite. So let's go into the ensuite. We have to walk into the ensuite because again, it's quite a large ensuite. This shower is huge, guys. Wow. This shower is really big. And then you've got recessed shower shelf there. Again, these proportions are like, you know, when you go to have like the executive suite or the superior suite in hotels, these are the proportions we're looking at. We've got the signature Spitfire medicine cabinet again, as you can see, and the wood on the inside is that kind of dark chocolatey wood as well, kind of with an ash effect. You could shave a socket there, of course, charge our toothbrushes, and then you've got the recessed lights. You've got the hidden cistern, completely hidden, so it's very minimal and modern. The floating sink like we saw in the other, and then the bathtub, the separate bathtub, and the width of the bathtub is very substantial, so you're not going to be like folding your legs. Fully tiled, even though it is just a bathtub, so it's tiled all the way to the top, and then paired with this gorgeous dark green paint. So I know that is decor, but this is what you get with this particular show home, and it's the level of quality you have in all the homes. You've got a double pane window bringing in lots of fresh air, lots of light, and then a full height towel rail in here. So yes, I have just had a fantastic experience. touring this property, and I hope you have too. If you really enjoyed what you saw, let me go over here. If you really enjoyed what you saw and you want to see more of these type of videos, we have done numerous Spitfire homes. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today I am so excited to show you this gorgeous new build house called the Anderson. We are at the Concilio development, which is a development by Spitfire Homes located in Stratford-upon-Avon in the Midlands in UK. Right, so let's go through the specs. Like I said, the house type is called the Anderson. It's a 2-bedroom house. It's got its own detached garage. The size of the house is approximately 940 square feet, and it's on sale for approximately £485,000. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. Well, hello there. What brings you around this neck of the woods? Come inside and welcome home. Right, so we are now in our fabulous hallway. I love the fact that I can hear my voice is echoing a very tiny bit because of the floor to ceiling heights, which is slightly above your standard floor to ceiling heights. So in the hallway, what do we have here? Our front door is where we like to start off, because that's your first impression of your home. Front door is a fantastic composite door. It's very sturdy. It's got this contemporary long chrome handle as well, and kind of like a very easy way to kind of open it on the other side. I love this flush letterbox as well, guys. So obviously it's not going to open this way because it comes that way. That's fantastic. And then you've got 3 glazed frosted panels as well, letting in lots of light, but completely maintaining privacy in this space. So in terms of proportions, this is a rectangular shaped hallway. In terms of widths, it's just over 1 meter. Trust me, I've done this before. My guesses are pretty much spot on. It's just over 1 meter. You don't have a coil matting entryway. However, you've got ample space to put a rug or something here to minimize tracking of dirt. What you do have, however, is this fabulous porcelanosa tiling, which they've carried throughout the entire property. So you can tell I'm really excited. Let's slow it down a little bit. Again, we don't want to rush through all the spaces before we've gone through the details. So you've got a thermostat here, which basically is perfectly positioned. The whole entire ground floor is underfloor heated. So without my shoes on, my feet are going to feel nice and cozy. We've got, in terms of your door ironmongery and detailing, you've got this fantastic panel door, which is this beautiful oak colored door as well, and it's just such a good quality door. You've got this contemporary handle, which we may have seen before, but again, it's not your standard handle that you would see in most house builders. Again, let's come in. This door then leads you into your downstairs WC. So the downstairs WC, in terms of sizing, it ticks all the boxes. You've got your 2-piece suite, which means you've got 2 items in here of sanitary ware. You've got your toilet and your sink in this corner over here. So just looking at the toilet, you're going to notice the spec of this property is top spec, Villeroy and Boch faceplate to our hidden cistern toilet. What have I just said there? Is it all mumbo jumbo? What I'm basically saying is that the brand is called Villeroy and Boch. They do a lot of hotels, a lot of luxury developments, so it's a very good brand. And this is the faceplate, which basically is the push button for the toilets. Now, I'm not going to flush the toilet in this show home. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say. The toilet itself, the pan itself, is also by Villeroy and Boch. I can see the logo there, and the whole system that makes that toilet flush is beautifully hidden away behind there. And you've got this beautiful chrome edging strip around all the tiling, and the tiling has a fantastic texture. It's like a kind of a concrete effect with like a scraped concrete effect. You've got a window to this toilet, a frosted panel as well, privacy and light and ventilation, tick. And then you've got your sink here by Villeroy and Boch with a beautiful unit over there with your little supplies. And then your tap itself is by Hansgrohe. And then I've got a mirror just for decoration purposes. That is lovely, and that's easily accessed off the main hallway. So I did want to touch on the door. I kind of briefly went through that, but I just want to also mention this is what you're getting in terms of the architrave detail and to the door, and that continues down into the skirting. And that takes a lot of effort to match the profiles together and make sure they meet perfectly. And that's what's been done. Throughout the whole home, you're going to notice the sockets have this brushed chrome effect as well, or stainless steel. It's going to be in your specification to confirm. And then obviously you've got your security panel there by the door. that sums up your hallway. And then what do we have? We have a fantastic internal glazed panel, a glazed window which connects the two spaces together. You know who's home as soon as you get home, and there's lots of light coming from your front door to the rear room. So let's keep it moving. So the first space that you actually enter into is going to be this fabulous open plan kitchen and dining space. So I'm going to shuffle around so that we can actually enter this space. You close it off with this door, so smells, noises are completely cut off. I've got a window in front of me, well, behind me, and it's a double window facing your driveway. You can see what's happening outside, and I love the fact that the sink is placed right in front of the window. If you ever are looking for looking through kitchen layouts, please make sure that, you know, this box is ticked if you can. You've got this beautiful silestone quartz worktop in this kind of neutral, I would say it's kind of like a light beige color, beige with a gray in it with little speckles inside. The sink itself is by Abode. It's a 1.5 bowl, and then the whole thing is integrated together. So you have the sink strains the water into the worktop, strains the water into the sink, and then you've got that beautiful upstand of the silestone, which looks kind of connects really lovely into the sill detail. Not your typical wooden sills. You've got the same material as the worktop, and I love that. You've got your bank of sockets to my right, and then that flows nicely into the rest of the kitchen. It's a show home, guys. Your boiler is in that corner, but when this is complete, this will be completely hidden away by the high-level cabinetry. This high-level cabinetry, if you notice how tall they are, that's not your usual detail. That is kind of like the developer again going the extra mile. On the outside, we've got this beautiful satin, actually I think it's a matte white effect, but inside we're contrasting this with a dark grey cabinetry on the inside. So the carcass of the kitchen is dark grey contrasted with the white. Again, that's not cheap to do, and they've done it. So you've got your storage there above either side, and this panel actually hides your extract fan, and it's all seamless and blends in really nicely together. So that is obviously what you're seeing here. You've got on the bottom half the same matte white, and if I just run through the kitchen really quickly, you'll see you've got a Zanussi integrated washing machine there, and then you've got under sink storage over there, and you've got a dishwasher by Zanussi as well. So the appliances in the kitchen are by Zanussi, and then look, they've even added that extra little bit at the end that you will be thankful that you have that extra space for. They've added that in. You've got your cutlery drawer here as well, as you can see, and it's all wrapped up ready for you to move in. Perfect. And that lives beautifully under there. That's going to be storage. That's going to be storage. Fantastic. You've got a Neff electric hob as well. If you prefer gas, obviously that's something to consider, but this is more so what is move-in ready basically. It's up to you to discuss with the developer if you want any additional upgrades like a gas hob, and then see what comes out of that discussion. So let's spin round to the rest of the space. We are not done yet. This is such an exciting property for me to tour, and I'm excited to go through the details with you. So we've got integrated panels there. You've got your double oven system as well, and one of them is actually a microwave oven as well. And then you've got your panel there. You've got additional storage, which I'm trying to see how, oh, it's a push. So you've got different specification, different details, and again you can see this is kind of like a dark grey concrete effect, which contrasts really nicely with the stark white matte effect. So let's open this. Again, this is a pull open hinged handle, and you can see the dark grey cabinets there. So for any of you who are bored of seeing the inside of the cabinets, you've got the fridge over here, and it's been stocked for you as well. That's fantastic. So they're chilled, ready for you to move in, and your freezer on the bottom half. And that is basically your kitchen space, which you are in right now. And now I'm in your dining space. So it's been staged as a 4-seater dining area, and I love the fact that it's like a little nook. Not only is it a fantastic nook, you've got this dual aspect thing going on inside. So you've got a glazed panel, a glazed window facing the front door. So you're having dinner, my guests are here, that kind of thing. And then you've got another glazed panel facing the rest of the room. And then what do we have here? A door. And you can kind of see with this kind of angled ceiling here, this is probably underneath the staircase. So what do you think this is going to be, guys? I'm going to pause for a few seconds for you to leave the comments below. Actually, with that being said, if you've loved what you've seen so far, let me make our appeal to you to subscribe today, right now. Do it now, and then we continue the rest of the tour. Yep, or give us a like. So this is actually a sliding door. Let me turn that on. Again, this is where your services, all the technical stuff lives, your BT, your internet, all that stuff, and your consumer unit where your fuse board is. It's got a light already they've thought about putting a light there, so you don't have to worry about that. And that little box in the corner is actually your underfloor heating manifold, which is basically a technical way of saying the boring wiring and the plumbing stuff that makes the underfloor heating work. So you've got another little nook here. They've added some beautiful shelving, and there's a socket there with an aerial point, which is perfect for mounting a TV that you clip on that wall and it would swivel round. You can just definitely do that if you like to watch TV from the dining area. And then, you know, you're probably waiting for this part of the tour, which is through this beautiful glazed door. You will access the main heart of the house, which is your formal lounge. It's actually super quiet in here, so the acoustics are top notch. You've also got a beautiful aluminium bifolding door to your rear garden, a window facing the back, and the ceiling heights, again, you can feel it. It's definitely taller than your usual, and it's just got such a cozy vibe. I like to walk to the corners of the room because I like to show kind of the proportions of the room and how big it is. In terms of this room, in fact, there's so much space around the staging furniture. They really could have added a lot more furniture here, and that gives you a kind of an idea of how big the room is. You've got your 4-seater sofa there. Yes, it does look like a 3-seater, but this is a jumbo size sofa. So yeah, 4-seater in that corner with 2 end tables. And then you've got your coffee table here, and then space for you to add additional furniture. If you wanted to, you could obviously fit in an armchair in one of these corners. You've got a focal point created here by the developer. So if you were to purchase this show home, you'd have this kind of focal point built in, perfect framing around your flat screen TV in that corner. And I love that. And again, you can see how everything flows really nicely together. And then this is that window I was talking about earlier, guys. This is the window that connects you at the back of the home to the front of the home. I don't know many properties that have that configured, or if they have it, does it flow that nicely? I just love that emphasis on the light and just the, you know, the flow of the home. And that is pretty much this ground floor. We're going to peek really quickly at what at the garden, and I just want to briefly talk about the garden here. You've got all the landscaping and everything figured out and done for you in this show home. This house type, actually, if you were to buy this house type in a different plot, you'd have the beautiful kind of grey stone paving that you can see here, and the lawn. So you wouldn't get the shrubs, the trees, the plants, but you'd get this high quality finish and the high quality lawn and the paving slabs. You can see there your detached garage as well over there, which has a door that you can access from the garden. All right, so I think for this kind of house, this 2-bedroom house, this size garden is more than enough for maintenance. There's lots of space for you to enjoy that summer space, the outdoor space. Actually, before we leave, I've also spotted another detail that I absolutely love, so bear with me here. The first thing I wanted to mention is the threshold and the change from the inside to the outside. You can see it's very minimal, so it's almost level. So you can easily go from the inside to the outside, which means this can be an extension of this space in here. So before we go out of the living room, have you seen how beautiful this wall has been decorated? It has been done so tastefully. I don't even know where to begin. Actually, tell a lie, I do know where to begin. Obviously, there's this massive piece of artwork here, fantastic. And then you've got this textured wallpaper behind it, beautiful contrast. Again, you've got these wooden profile paneling sticks spaced you know, almost at 1 meter apart or 1/2 meter apart each one, and you've got that all the way across. And I love the fact that whilst on this side they've done something that's very kind of symmetrical and formal, on this side they've broken out. It's very kind of like I think it's quite like an advanced level of interior design. It's very edgy, that's the word, and I love it. It's very, very nice. So guys, that is the ground floor. Do you want to see the first floor? Because I'm just waiting to show you it. I can't wait to show you the first floor. So let's go to the first floor. Wave bye to our downstairs and go up these carpeted steps. So as we're going up the stairs, I do want to point out these gorgeous balustrades, these metal balustrading poles, and then the solid wood balustrades and newel posts that you're going to see throughout the home. This is a standard detail, not an upgrade. This is what you're going to get when you buy this house. So we are on the first floor. Again, as you can see, the ceiling height is very nice and tall. We've got our thermostat again here, but the only thing different about this floor and downstairs is that there's no underfloor heating. However, most of the rooms are temperature controlled and you have the thermostat conveniently placed right here. So let me show you the family bathroom. Porcelanosa tiling, and wow, you almost want to get sucked in. They have tiny little sparkles in them and it looks like natural stone. Beautiful quality tiles, contrasted beautifully with some more wall tiling as well, also by Porcelanosa. And just like Villeroy and Boch, Porcelanosa is one of the market leaders when it comes to tiling and bespoke properties. So that's something to bear in mind, that this isn't just like a quick trip to your local kind of hardware shop. This is a designer brand that's kitted out the entire bathroom. So one thing I love is all the fittings are in chrome as well. So they're synchronized. You've got a 3-piece bathroom suite. You've got your sink, that's number 1. You've got your toilet and your bathtub. You've got a little shower over bath actually. And the shower and the handheld device is also by, let's read it, it's by Hansgrohe. And then you've got a little cheeky recessed shelf in there, which they've put like a little candle decor. That's where your shower gel, everything would go. So it's all nice and considered and there's no clutter. You've also got additional space here, a little shelf there. So they've boxed that out really nicely. And the bath itself is a nice size. I love that. And the edging of the outside of the bath has also been tiled. So that's also an additional bonus, because usually they have the kind of the UPVC plastic bath paneling on the side, but not this time. They've tiled it, very nice and durable. And then you've got this beautiful, absolute beautiful mirrored medicine cabinet. So let me just open that really quickly so you can see how beautiful it's been done on the inside. So you can see there, the paneling is just so exciting. It's been done in this very light wood birch kind of effect, and it's very spacious. You know, this is a house where you're not going to be worrying about storage and clutter. It's all going to be tucked away, hidden away, or at least they've thought about it, which is really good. You've got a shaver socket over there and these downlighters recessed underneath the medicine cabinet. Again, everything is by Villeroy and Boch, Hansgrohe. And then let me just show you this really quickly. Come and look at this. This is a fantastic cover to the waist of the sink, and it says Spitfire Bespoke Homes. Wow, fantastic branding right there. Again, you've got your heated towel rail chrome at the back, and it's very, very tall, the right size for a family bathroom. And then let's go into the other room. So this is the front facing room, currently staged as a double, but that, my friend, is a king size bed. So again, you can fit a king size bed, probably even a super king if you absolutely wanted to. A large bed can fit in here with 2 end tables. There's sockets behind them already configured. You've got this beautiful wall mural there. It's kind of in a gray, so it's very neutral. And then you've got these almost floor to ceiling windows. These are actually beautiful, beautiful windows as well. And then you've got the trickle vents, probably with like some kind of acoustic buffer, which is why it's so quiet here. You can't hear the outside and it feels very peaceful. So behind me, or a second ago it was behind me, is a sliding door here. So let me just show you. These are floor to ceiling wardrobes that go wall to wall. And then you've got another window there facing the front of the property. Your radiator, like I said, radiators are upstairs. And then if we twist around really quickly, and then I will show you, you just glance quickly at the bedroom, how beautiful it was. So behind the entrance door, you've got an additional area here. So just in case you felt like the wardrobe wasn't enough, you've got additional storage here. Now this could be where your Christmas decorations live if you don't like to climb ladders to go into the loft, or just additional storage to put linen, bedding, etc. So let's go out of this room and back in the landing. I just want to touch on, this is where your loft hatch is. I know in some properties you do have the hatch in the bedroom, but this is very, very sensibly done. We have the loft hatch here, and then the final room here is the primary bedroom. So I'm going to welcome you into the primary bedroom. It's got views over the back garden. We've got windows to my right, your left, and on that other side we've also got a giant bed in the middle. Just in case you missed that, there is a giant bed. This is very big. I am almost tempted to say, I think it's a king, but I'm almost tempted to say, I can almost say a super king can definitely fit in here, because you can see either side, the two end tables, they're not tiny end tables. There's also additional space either side of the end tables. They've got this beautiful paneling, which we saw a hint of downstairs here as well. Large artwork, and then the paneling here done around. It's very on trend, and it's what's in style right now. And I like the fact the developers brought that in to the design of the room. So again, like I said, we've got the window facing the back garden. You can see how the rest of the development looks like, and you know, everyone's gardens, and you have a lot of privacy here. You're not looking directly into somebody's bedroom here. It's very kind of private, and I love the quality of the windows, and just the quality of the spec here. There's also been a socket there. A lot of developers will just leave that out. Why put a socket there? But what if you want to blow your hair while sitting on this gorgeous ottoman at the bottom of your bed? You can do that. So again, you've got a wardrobe here with sliding mirrors. So that's all configured. Again, it's a wall-to-wall configuration and full height with a shelf on the top. I love that. Again, they've put a window here, so there's lots of light if you want this to be your dressing area nook as well. Opposite your bed, you've got your aerial there, your TV aerial. So they've already thought that through. Again, with most developers, you can ask for these sockets to be amended or moved around depending on how you like to live in your spaces. But the bonus part of this room is this gorgeous ensuite, which I'm about to take you into. Again, it's similar in a way to the other bathroom. I'm immediately drawn to this medicine cabinet, this mirrored cabinet, which is flush with the rest of the tiled wall. The tiling itself is by Porcelanosa, and it's absolutely stunning with these ridges. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. You've got a 3-piece suite for this ensuite. Again, you've got this toilet here. You've got your towel rail there, chrome. You've got your faceplate by Hansgrohe, and your sink. Again, that beautifully branded Spitfire Bespoke Homes, just in case you forgot. And then you've got the downlighters underneath the medicine cabinet, a shaver socket. Now, how many times have you found a shaver socket just floating in midair? This shaver socket, balance your toothbrush there. So logical, isn't it? So that's your sink there, and then you've got your shower here. I can read off the handle. It's by Corum. The actual shower door enclosure is sliding. And then my absolute favorite detail being these valves here. Guys, it's been a while since I've talked about this, but having a shower valve outside, watch this. So it's a cold winter morning and I want to have a shower. If the valve is right underneath the shower, it's so awkward. I'm not ready to shower yet. I just want the water to heat up and get nice and warm before I step in. Well, I can do that without getting wet and without getting freezing cold water on me through the shower valve, which is positioned right here. Open the door, turn it on, wait 30 seconds, have your fantastic shower. Well done, Spitfire, for doing that. So I'm just going to close that off and come back into this gorgeous room. Let's choose my beautiful backdrop. So guys, with that being said, I have really enjoyed this property. I've enjoyed touring it, and I hope you have too. If you have, before you jump and watch any other video, like the video, comment, or subscribe to us. We absolutely love you to subscribe because we want to see you in the next video. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today I'm so excited to show you this brand new house called the Thompson behind me. We are at the Concilio development, which is located in Stratford-upon-Avon, and this development is by Spitfire Homes. So the specs on the house is that it's a 3-bedroom house. It's actually 1,040 square feet and it's approximately on sale for £500,000. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. All right. Yep. Hello, you. Come inside and welcome to your brand new house. Okay, right. So as always, with all of our tours, we like to start with the most important, the first impression, what you see when you first come home. It is your front door. So in our front door, you've got this modern kind of dark grey panelled door, your composite door most likely, and then you've got this gorgeous handle, which is very contemporary. You've got a frosted panel there as well, flooding the space with lots of natural light, and then that leads you on to your entryway. So with this kind of entryway, hallway situation we've got at the moment, you've got a nice width to it as well, and definitely a nice height to it as well. You've got these gorgeous kind of whitewashed plank effect tiles. They are not wood, they are tiling, which means that they're more durable and they're by porcelainosa as well. So just thought to mention that. And then that flows throughout the whole house and then flows into our first space, which is this downstairs toilet. So let me turn on the light here. So as you can see, the downstairs toilet is nice in size. You've got a very neutral toned palette as well to here. You've got the flooring obviously continuing, like I said. You've got your hidden cistern toilet as well, and all the white goods are by Villeroy and Boch as well. So that's a very reputable designer brand of white goods known in hotels and luxury homes worldwide. So that's fantastic. You've got this little shelf here, which you can see is being used very cleverly for display purposes, decor purposes. A little window bringing in light, but it's frosted, which means we've got lots of privacy in this space. So that's your toilet there, and then you've got your sink and a little under sink vanity, nice for storage and cleaning products. And then they've continued the tiling up to kind of mid-height as well and finished it off with a beautiful chrome edging strip. The whole of this wall has been done in a very beautiful textured wallpaper in a neutral tone, and everything together just pairs off just lovely together. And that is your downstairs toilet. Let's come out of it and let's quickly talk about the door hardware and ironmongery in the home. What you're going to be seeing is this fantastic kind of signature Spitfire Homes kind of very, very sturdy wooden door. And you've got your chrome handles as well, which bring in a contemporary twist. It's panelled as well, versus your kind of standard 6-panelled door that you have in most traditional homes. It is a nice touch to this house. So that's your WC door and your doors throughout. And the next thing I want to talk about are the architraves and the skirting. The profiles are very modern. They're kind of, it's rectangular skirting with very flat profiles with square edges. And then there's a little beautiful detail here which runs and connects just perfectly with the skirting and runs throughout the whole home. In terms of sockets and switches, we've got our brushed kind of stainless steel brushed chrome effect here. And that is just really nice. It's very subtle. And then you've got your main entrance to the main space. But before we go in that, let's look at this, which is going to be our cloakroom. So as you can see, this is our cloakroom. And I like the fact that it's being staged with a cute little table there. You've got your services, as in like your equipment, your sockets, everything in there, and it goes right underneath. There's an underfloor manifold. There's a manifold for your underfloor heating as well there, and it just uses the space underneath the stair. It's fully lit, so it works fully functional as a cloak or a store cupboard. Again, the whole of the ground floor is underfloor heated. So there's underfloor heating pipes running throughout the whole floor, and it's controlled by thermostats across the whole property. With that being said, I'm so excited to bring you into the heart of the home, which you can experience as you go through this glazed door. I love this touch. It is an extra, but it's been done as standard in this home. So now that we are in the heart of the home, this is your open plan kitchen, dining, and then as you'll see in the rest of the tour, it'll be a living space as well. So with the kitchen space, let me talk through the details. So you've got this beautiful quartz worktop by Silestone. Again, we've talked about porcelainosa, we've talked about Villeroy and Boch. Now we're talking about Silestone, which is another fantastic brand, industry leader when it comes to quartz worktops. They're so durable and they're beautiful to look at. This one is a very neutral color, and the worktop actually has these integrated grooves which fall straight into your stainless steel sink. It has a 1.5 bowl, so obviously little items can go here. Everyone always wonders why I point that out. It's not for everyone, but it's a nice touch there. A fantastic mixer tap there, and then this same worktop has been continued as an upstand and then into the sill as an extra detail. Now, when you have splashes of water when you're doing your washing up, you don't have to worry about that wearing down your wooden sills because we have these quartz sills. So that's a fantastic upgrade. Again, you've got this fantastic picture window here and an opening side there. You're looking over the front of your property, the drive, and you're getting lots of light. Very good for your mood whilst you're doing the miserable washing up. So that's it there. In terms of colours, we've got this wood effect at the bottom with this pull handle. I love the way it opens as well, and it's all on soft closers, and that's been paired at high level white, matte white doors as well, which are hinged, and then they have this dark grey cabinetry on the inside. So it's a two-tone cabinetry done in the whole kitchen. I love that. Your fridge and freezer lives here, as you can see. So that looks like it's almost a 50-50 arrangement, but I think it's actually a 60-40 arrangement. So that's great, and it's integrated. Again, behind me, we're just going to look through the drawers and everything. So you've got your washing machine there by Zanussi. Sorry about that slam. You've got storage space under the sink, which I showed you earlier. The sink itself is by Abode as well, a designer brand. And then you've got your dishwasher by Zanussi as well. You've got storage there with shelving, and you can see the dark grey casework inside the cupboards. And then you've got this large kind of oversized drawer, which is just such a dramatic way of getting your cutlery out. Is it a push one? Yep. So that's a push cutlery drawer, and I've not seen this many kind of organizational compartments for a cutlery drawer, but you have that all here in your property. I love that. You've got the white matte cabinetry to this side as well, and then your backsplash is actually that same Silestone quartz, so it's super durable. Got your electric hob as standard by Neff as well, which you will have to speak to the developer should you wish to discuss whether electric versus gas. There's always that debate going on, but it's perfectly functional and fantastic to have a gas electric hob there. And then you've got your actual boiler by Valent over there, beautifully hidden away discreetly with the cabinetry there. Again, storage space. This is the extract fan there, and then more storage space. And then underneath the whole cabinets, the wall mounted units, you've got your downlighters. So that's fantastic. Again, we've got storage, a little bin compartment here as well with a sliding bin for recycling or kitchen waste. Just so convenient and so well thought through. You've got your integrated double ovens as well. One of them is a microwave oven. They're both by Neff and they're fully integrated. The color scheme works perfectly with them. And that pretty much concludes the kitchen fittings. And then we spill over into your open plan dining area. So in terms of sizes, they've showed this as a six-seater dining table. And I think depending on your requirements, you could probably go a little bit bigger or definitely a bit smaller. It depends how much circulation space you want, because you could have one bang in the middle and it's dramatic. It draws your attention. It's fully staged like this, and it's just the focal point of the room. What they've done is they've created a little nook in that corner and pushed it over there. That's fantastic. You've got this kind of like a hint of an archway here. So some people are quite particular. They might want to install doors here, closing this off, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you can do to the space. In this house, you have a completely modern, flexible open plan layout. So we're going to flow straight from here into the formal lounge at the back of the house, which is fully carpeted. It is nice and cozy in here, and you've got multiple options for focal points. Number one, our focal point is going to be here when we're walking in the house. So they've beautifully staged it with a gorgeous credenza, and you've got two pieces of artwork here. Your TV socket is here at the moment. So you can imagine you could just exchange this with a TV. And if we look really, really carefully, there's actually a wall mounted socket there, just waiting for you to mount the TV there. I love the fact that that's already been thought through. So you don't have to be worried about kind of when you move in, then getting people to kind of install that after everything's been decorated. So as you can see in this living space, we've got a fantastic oversized coffee table. And I just said oversized, but I have to use that for this furniture over here. So I'm just going to sit over here. As you can see, this L-shaped sofa is quite big. It's ginormous. It's very big. It's at least a 5-seater. It's super comfortable, and it makes this area a nice little comfortable nook for you to relax in. There's a window facing the back garden over there. And then you've got these aluminium bifolding doors, I might add, facing the garden. So you can see there the threshold between the inside and the outside. There's very little difference between the levels. So it's really good for carrying food out, spilling into the garden, and then having that entertainment space in here flow right through. So this is a show home. You've got the trees, the shrubs, the planting, the gravel, all the beautiful contemporary paving slabs in grey comes with this house. If you were to buy this same house type on a different plot, you would still have the paving slabs, but you'd have paving slabs and lawn. So you'd have the contemporary paving slabs, but you just wouldn't have the planting and the shrubs, because that's up to you, isn't it? Adjacent to this, we've got the garage, which you can kind of see there. So it's that building there. It's a detached garage. And you've also got a door which takes you straight from the garden into the garage. So your tools live there and you don't have to worry about trekking it through the house. I absolutely love that. There's a little fence there, which you can't see right now, but we'll insert a clip to show you how you kind of get into the garden and what you see when you're in the garden. You have to imagine you have to imagine that there would an imaginary fence panel between the two properties. Right now, between the two trees that you are seeing and the border of gravel in the middle, there's going to be a fence dividing this property from the one next to it. So the garden is actually from kind of this wall to that wall. And that is a nice sizable garden for this size of property. So let's keep going. We're not done yet, actually. There's even more. And I just stay till the end and I'll show you something really special upstairs in the house. So let's go upstairs and see what's installed. So as you can see, this is a winding staircase. It is a U or C-shaped staircase. One of the absolute lovely details I love about Spitfire Homes are their sturdy, high quality balustrades. So this is a solid wood newel post. That's what it's called, a newel post. And then you've got the balustrading and then these balusters as well in metal. This is a recent addition and it's completely modern. They also do glass balustrading as well. However, this is standard, guys. So this, what you're seeing with these funky balusters, is a standard detail you're going to see across these Spitfire Homes at Concilio. So with that being said, let's go upstairs. We are now on the first floor level. So welcome to the first floor level. Okay, so let's start with the first room on this floor. So this is a nicely proportioned single room. So for it to be a nicely proportioned single room, does it fit a single bed? Yes, it would. It would fit a single bed in the place that you're currently seeing the baby, the cot there. And then right behind you, but in front of me, is a perfect location for a wall-to-wall wardrobe, fitted wardrobe system going in there. So yes, it functions perfectly as a single bedroom. And then for every single bedroom, there's always a home office, a study, or a cinema room, or snug. It's completely up to you what you want to do in this situation. You've got a double window facing the back of the garden. One of the windows opens as well, so that's great for ventilation and light. And that's pretty much it. Oh, before I leave, actually, I also spotted they've already mounted the TV socket there on the wall. So yes, you can hide it with artwork, but you know that as children grow up in this house, they would obviously have the option to have a TV there, which everyone loves, if you wanted to use it as a cinema room maybe. So let's go to the next room, which is this beautiful, beautiful double room. If you are new to property vlogs, you're going to wonder why she refers to the rooms in terms of the size of the beds, because I know this is listed on the plan as a double room, but in my mind, it's actually a double a king size room. So what I'm trying to say is that it's all good and everything having double listed if you can't fit a double bed. This room is so spacious, you could probably fit in a super king. So how would you do that? Super king bed here, large end tables, bedside tables there. Miss out the dresser or go for a slimline console, and then your TV would go there. Your dressing nook could be in that corner, and there's still space for more furniture. In this room, we've got the gorgeous headboard there in the corner, and then you've got the artwork there just above, and then you've got your window facing the back garden. The windows just above your radiators. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but if I didn't, there are radiators to the first floor of the property, contrasting against the underfloor heating to the ground floor. So again, this kind of nook is they've fitted in a wardrobe as well, fully fitted wardrobes. So that's fantastic to have. And I like the space around this. You know, when you're taking out your clothes, you want some space to be able to get ready as well. And that's fully considered. So coming out of this room, let's go to the landing space. So the next space here is this store cupboard. So store cupboard, most of the time, these store cupboards, they don't actually have lights in them. So I think this makes this a lot more functional because there's a light in there. So even winter or whatever, or during the nighttime, you can access and see what you're storing there, and it makes it more functional for you. The next room is the family bathroom. It is a 3-piece suite as well. So I will just kind of like show you the rough layout of the suite. You've got your towel rail here as well, and it's almost floor to ceiling. It's actually so tall. You've got fully tiled walls around the bath enclosure, and then fully tiled flooring by porcelanosa tiles as well. They've done the tiling to the side of the bathtub as well, which is such a nice detail compared to what you're usually seeing, which is the plastic kind of panel, bath panel. You know, this is a much more luxurious finish. They've tiled the sill to the window, and there's a window facing the front. It's fully frosted, so it's private. And then they've got a glass screen here, a large glass screen, so you're not going to have water kind of coming and splashing over. And then you've got your Hansgrohe shower there, and then a recessed shelf, which is fully tiled as well. So to this side, you've actually got your Villeroy and Boch face plates to the toilet. You've got a sink there, and the sink is actually slightly a higher level as well, so it's actually quite convenient for brushing your teeth. You've got a shaver socket and a medicine cabinet there as well, and you will love to see what's inside this medicine cabinet. Just look how fabulous that is. Not only is it mirrored and flush on the inside, it's got this beautiful light toned wood effect. So that pretty much is this family bathroom. So let's come out of here and show you the absolute showstopper of this home, which is this bit. So if you've made it and you've watched the video to this point, well done. Like, comment, subscribe, just to show that you have enjoyed what you've seen so far. But come in and let me show you this gorgeous room. This room at the moment is being shown with a king size bed. Please comment below any developer you know that shows king size and double beds as a standard option to their primary rooms. Not small doubles and not twins, but generous size beds to show you the space. So with this being said, you can see this bed being a king size has a big headboard behind it, and there's still space either side for the end tables, the bedside tables rather. And then you've got your radiator here as well on the wall, so we haven't forgotten that. And then most of all, we've got this feature window facing the front of your home. You've got a side of it that opens here, and then the rest of it is like a picture window that just frames the view of the development. It's such a peaceful day. You've got views looking over the countryside over there, and you know what a fantastic way to wake up in the morning. So that's this room basically. And then we've got our recessed wardrobes, actually wall to wall as well, floor to ceiling, sliding mirrored doors. The mirrors definitely make the space feel generous and bigger. And then you've got a secret mystery door, our property vlogs mystery door, which we already know is going to be an ensuite. So in this ensuite, you can just see it's like glistening, isn't it? It's fantastic. Now let me go in. I want to show you how beautiful this is. This is almost fully tiled in every area in this beautiful marble effect. porcelain tile by Porcelanosa. We've got your Villeroy and Boch sink and toilet, and then your hidden cistern behind there. You've got a double medicine cabinet, fully kitted out in this beautiful, absolutely beautiful paneling on the inside. Your shaver socket is directly underneath that with the light kind of underneath as well. And then you've got your fantastic shower enclosure here. So the shower itself, the doors are by Quorum, and the actual shower itself is by Hansgrohe. And guys, can I touch on this fantastic detail? What you've just seen there is the shower valve. Now, I've mentioned this so many times. I love the fact that the shower valve are placed outside of the wet area of the shower. It means that you actually can turn on the shower, wait for it to get warm for a couple of minutes because we're not wasting water. And then, you can go in. You don't have to reach in and then duck to avoid getting splashed. You've got your recessed shelf there, so your toiletries, and this Hansgrohe shower in particular has a cute little shelf for soap tray. I love it, and it's a great size, and it's just got that tiling all the way throughout, and it continues just sparkly, new. It makes you feel refreshed, and it's just a nice way and a nice finishing touch to the kind of primary room that we're in. So with that being said, you know what time it is. It is the end of the tour. I hope you've enjoyed everything you've seen. We've touched on a lot of details, and I hope you really enjoyed that as well. If you spotted something we didn't see, please leave it in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Again, we're so grateful to Spitfire for this absolute fantastic tour and for creating this fantastic house. If you want to see more of these type of homes, please stay tuned. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today I'm here at the Concilio development in Stratford upon Avon. This is a development of Newbuild homes by Spitfire Homes, and today we are going to tour the Webb. The Webb is a 4-bedroom 2-bathroom property plus a bonus WC, and the approximate size of the property is 1,605 square feet. It is on sale at the moment for close to £650,000. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. Right, first thing I want to point out about this property is the fact that it has this metal railing to the front of the property, kind of divides the public and the private, and it shows off the garden really beautifully. We've got the contemporary features on the front, you've got the render at the front, and then this dark grey brick throughout. So that's one of the main features of the home. You've got this contemporary front door with a vertical handle, and then 2 spotlights either side, doorbell, meters, window, and then a glass canopy above. Let's go in and show you the rest of the property. I'm going to welcome you into your brand new built beautiful home. Right, now that we're in the hallway, first thing I want to talk about is the front door. So the front door is nice and contemporary with these horizontal panels, and then it's got a frosted pane here, which is great for privacy and light, a vertical handle, letterbox, tick, tick, tick. Again, what you're going to see when you come in is the Koya matting, and it is genuine Koya as well, which is a material. Google it if you want to know more about that, but it's a real thing, and it's very good at basically protecting the floor, and it's inset in the floor and made level with this porcelain tile. This porcelain tile goes throughout the entire house, and it helps with the continuity and the flow going through the home. The whole of the ground floor it benefits from underfloor heating, so these tiles are never going to be freezing cold in those winter months. The first one we're going to look at is over here, but let me tell you a little bit about the doors. So this is a signature Spitfire door that I've seen in quite a few of their show homes. It's got that oak effect as well, and the handle, which is a beautiful combination of like this stainless steel and chrome. We've got the shadow gap in the architraves and skirting, and they connect perfectly together. That's fantastic. And let's look at what's going on inside the toilet. So the toilet is a 2-piece suite. So it's got 2 white good items in there. So there's a toilet and a sink, and they're both by Villeroy and Boch. Villeroy and Boch is actually a top tier, reputable designer brand, usually featured in like 5-star hotels. And I challenge you to tell me how many house builders have that as their standard white goods supplier. Now, obviously this home does. We've got the faceplate by Villeroy and Boch in chrome finish, got tiling at the back to kind of accentuate the wall, chrome edging strips, and then a window which is frosted, which is great for ventilation and natural light. Again, the sink as well is by Villeroy & Boch, and then the tap is by Hansgrohe, and that is pretty much it in the downstairs toilet. So let's come back out here. I just want to tell you how much I love this wallpaper. So again, kudos to whoever staged this. This is fantastic. It is textured and it just brings that hotel and luxurious feel to the home, and it's something that uplifts the whole spec of the home, if you know what I mean. So let's look at the kitchen, and this kitchen, I want to shout this out as almost like our first fully enclosed but open plan feeling kitchen. So how is it open plan? Well, it's these glazed panels that you can see all the way through. So I had to prove that they were transparent by doing that. So glazed slot panel, and it just lets the kitchen flow with the whole way, and then the light bounces off the two rooms together. Let's go into the kitchen. Let's show you what's in the kitchen. Obviously, you've got on the right kitchen space, and you've got your dining space here. At the moment, this is staged as a diner, and it's very kind of modestly staged because there's so much space around it. I mean, it's up to you. You could have like your traditional dining table here, you know, set down low with maybe 6 chairs around it. You've got additional viewing panels there where you can look straight into the lounge and the rest of the house. It definitely gives you that open plan feel because you're connected with the lounge, but then fully enclosed to smells, noises, fully enclosed in here. And if you wanted absolute privacy, you could obviously put curtains or blinds over there and completely close it off. I like the little art, well, I said little artwork, it's actually very big. I like the artwork and the little moment in that corner. And then let's look at the rest of the kitchen space, shall we? So let me just turn this way and show you. So you've got integrated panel here, fully integrated kitchen. This is an upgraded kitchen by Spitfire, and which means you just have different materials and different choices to make with the kitchen. Starting off with here, both appliances, both ovens are by Neff. You've got a storage unit underneath there with additional storage in there as well. It's all on soft closers, and these units on the bottom are like a dark grey. They're contrasted beautifully with this sandstone worktop with a beveled edge there, and it's very slim line as well, which is very modern detail. And then the contrast that with these white high gloss cabinets at the top, wall mounted cabinets, and these cabinets almost extend all the way to the ceiling, and that means that you benefit from not only 2 shelves but 3 shelves of storage. Again, I want to point out the fact that on the outside we've got like an off-white, I said it was white, but it's actually an off-white, very, very close to white coloured cabinet door. And then the inside, the actual carcass of the cabinet is a dark grey, which matches the base cabinets. So that's an actual extra detail because it's much cheaper to just go with your standard white cabinets. So that is a quality kitchen that is a Spitfire detail. You've got an induction hob by Neff there, storage underneath. I'll just show you really quickly. Again there, and that's your cutlery drawer as well, guys. On soft closers, a very wide cutlery drawer, and again you've got more storage on the bottom, as you can see there. And I'll push that back in. You've got your sandstone splashback underneath there with your Neff extract fan, just in case you missed it. And most of the time when you see these extract fans, the whole unit here is actually just kind of like a dummy unit. Not in this case, right? So the Spitfire detail is that this is actually a additional kind of like a spice rack storage shelf, and it just makes the most of all the space in this kitchen. So you've got sockets, you've got your thermostats there, additional storage here, and then your boiler is here as well. A Valent boiler, and it's so quiet you can't even hear it. You've got your worktop, which continues all the way around. You've got your 1.5 bowl by Abode, another designer brand. The tap, the mixer tap in chrome by Abode as well. And my favorite, the window above the kitchen. I love that. That is so, like, by far one of my favorite things, because not everyone does put windows in front of kitchen sinks, but in this case, you know, when you're doing washing up, nothing beats having that view of the street and just looking at what's happening, being in tune with the weather and the seasons. And it's just fantastic that this has been added to this home. I love the fact that this has created an upstand using the worktop material and then created the windowsill out of this material. Makes it extra durable against splashes from the sink, and it's both practical and just stunning to look at. So that's great. There's a dishwasher in this corner. Let me just open it for you. That's by Zanussi, brand new dishwasher, fully integrated. And then storage space underneath the sink. We just admire whoever did the plumbing did such a fantastic job, because sometimes you do get a right mess underneath the sinks. Not in this case. So there's pride in every aspect of this home. Again, more storage that goes around the corner. And then you have your washing machine by Zanussi as well. Again, you've got your bank of sockets and fuses for each of the appliances and additional storage here. And then let's close off the kitchen with our favourite and most important item, which is our fridge freezer arrangement, which is in a 60-40 arrangement. So more than enough space for all your food items, all tucked away there. And that is the kitchen space. Let's go back into the hallway. You're going to notice the stair that takes you up to the first floor is carpeted. This is an upgraded Spitfire detail. When I say upgraded, it's because the newel post, being a solid wooden post with the glass inserts, is an upgrade. In a standard Spitfire home, their detail is that this is a wooden post with metal balustrades in between. The glass means that you just completely have no barrier between here and the stairwell, and it obviously means more light can flow through, which is why it is an upgrade. So third door on this floor is this, which is your cloak / services cupboard. It's got your underfloor heating manifold, your internet, your everything is in there, and it's lit up as well. If you notice, there was a light in there, so it's very practical for a cloakroom. Now let's move on to this space, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for, what the main living area looks like. Now, let me show you this space. I love this space. It is fantastic. And I'm just looking around, kind of like where to begin. So let's begin with this staged area here, this central, your focal point, which is your TV area. This panelled wall here, this detailing here is so amazing to me. Like, I'm just totally in love with this. If you staged this house, you should be very, very happy. If you're watching and you staged this house, you should be very proud of yourself, because this detail is amazing. It is very, very designer and very luxurious. And the reason why I say that is that it's very on trend to do the paneling. However, having spoken to people at the sales team at Spitfire before, I know that these details can be upwards of £10,000 to have constructed. They're so slick and just so well detailed. It's also got like a floating credenza underneath, for your remotes and all the other things, magazines, and the TV is fully recessed in and perfectly framed by this. It's just gorgeous. It needed its own kind of 10-second introduction. But again, this is the focal point of the room. You've got windows facing your kitchen dining area over there, a little chaise lounge there. And don't you just love the fact that you can look all the way through the house to the front of the house? I love that. And again, it means that you're borrowing kitchen light, and then the lounge is also giving light to the kitchen as well, and it creates a flow between the two spaces. I'm just going to walk around. I absolutely love this chair. So normally I'd say put an L-shaped sofa. Yes, you can do that, but you can also have this beautiful chair, which is just begging for you to just jump in and just have a little kind of nap, kick up your feet over there, and just kind of really relax into the space. So now that we've just demoed that beautiful chair, let's look at this nook here. Again, this would probably fit a two-seater, a love seat here. And, I like the fact that there's an opportunity for a window to bring in more light, faces the back garden, and gives you a view of the rear of the property. Again, you've got a side window here facing the side of the property, so it's kind of dual aspect. So you've got side views and rear views going that way. And then this whole area has been staged as a dining area. It's a 6-seater at the moment, and I think you probably want to keep it about 6 You probably wouldn't want to go any bigger. And I think it's beautifully staged. There's a pendant above it. And then let me show you another Spitfire detail, which is these aluminium bifolding doors. They open from the right to the left and stack all the way over there. And then you can just flow all the way from the inside to the outside. There is a linear threshold drain on the floor on the outside, which means when it rains, it doesn't come in. And that's an additional detail that I kind of want to say. Have a look around when you view houses and see how many developers put that detail in. Outside, we've got a kind of a turfed garden, fully turfed, which is contrasting beautifully with this kind of natural stone paving slabs all the way around in kind of like a navy blue. Very, very modern. And we'll insert a clip now, which will show you the garage at the back and access into the garden. So one of these is going to be your garage. And then the way you access your garden is going to be through here. And then this is your property. I'm just going to walk on the lawn really cheekily, and you can see the back of the property again is fully rendered. Each property has like a similar appearance to it, and you can see the top floor with the primary bedroom and then the gables, and it's just all beautifully paired together in terms of material. You've got your bifolding doors there in dark grey, 2 lights either side, and then windows. You've got a socket at the back as well, and a tap at the corner there for like a little barbecue area. And the paving, as you can see, is this dark bluey grey. And I hope you like this part of the tour. Now that you've just seen that clip, let's continue with the rest of the tour. I love the artwork on the wall, very, very kind of chic. And then this storage unit here as well. I just love the way this looks. It's very kind of it's very high spec, isn't it? And you'd expect this in a home of this kind of caliber. So let's keep moving throughout the home, and let's go upstairs to the first level. Now we're on the first floor landing. Again, it's very quiet up here because it's fully carpeted. Let me show you room number 1. Room number 1 is your storeroom. Again, a great size. It has kind of the leftovers of the heating system, so it's great for maintenance there. And then obviously you can put this to have shelving. It could be your linen store, and there's a light in there as well, which is great for, you know, making this room very functional. The next room is here, which is your single bedroom. It's currently staged as a office, a home office or a study. But my gosh, don't you just love the decorative features, the cabinetry and the joinery that just kind of makes this space kind of really, really feel like a really luxurious home office. Whoever gets to do their homework or accounting or whatever in this space is a lucky person. And again, Spitfire detail. That's going to probably cost 10 grand if you wanted to put this in yourself, a minimum. Yes, so that comes in the home. So factor that into the value of the house. You've got a window facing the back garden, and it just lets you see the rest of the development. And you can see there's still construction going. So there's still time to get involved in this development and be part of this development at Concilio. Again, let's move through the space, and then you can just see this room, by the way. I did say it was a study, but it is actually also a single bedroom. So obviously your single bed could go there, your wardrobe could go there, and it's a really good size. So it's a versatile room. Next room over here is a double bedroom. Again, if you have watched any of our property vlogs video, you know we don't go by the size on the label. It's a double bedroom. We go by the amount of furniture or the size of furniture that can fit in this room. So this room in my mind is actually a king size bedroom. King size bed looks like it's already been put in there. It's definitely staged with a large headboard as well. And so you know that you have enough space if you wanted to maybe even increase it to a super king. And then bedside tables have more than enough space either side. You've got your window facing the back garden as well, and then your heater, and then you've got space around here for maybe a TV point, a dresser, and then an additional dresser. Now you're probably wondering where your wardrobe would go. So obviously they've not staged it with a wardrobe. Most likely it would go here, kind of the size of this, but obviously full height, and you go here opposite, and then you can have a low level unit here. So there's more than enough space to have the furniture that you need to basically accommodate this room. And let's keep it moving to the hallway again. Now we're back on the hallway. Let's look at the family bathroom. So in the family bathroom, you've got tiling. So tiling all the way, pretty much everywhere. You've got your full height chrome towel rail. And then in the corner here, we've got our bathtub nicely tucked away. So the bathtub is quite a large size. It's not like a really tiny bathtub. You've got a glass divider screen here protecting water from getting outside of bath. And then you've got your Hansgrohe Select handheld unit there, which is very versatile, recessed shelf, which is a standard Spitfire detail, and then gorgeous kind of natural stone effect tiling all the way to the top. You've got a ventilation system here as well, just pointing that out because there's no window to this space. So they have considered ventilation. And again, you've got this beautiful medicine cabinet, which I just want to show you the inside of it. It's kind of contrasted so nicely with this light toned wood shelving already. And then you've got recessed lighting underneath it, a shaver socket, and then the chrome edging strip to the tiling, which pulls everything together. Like I said before, the white goods, the sink and the toilet, are by Villeroy and Boch. The cistern, the workings of the toilet are hidden behind this wall, and so you can't even see it. It's so well detailed. And then the sinks, a tap, shower is by Hansgrohe. And I think that's pretty much it for the space, yeah? So let's keep moving let's go back on the landing / hallway corridor. And this is the third bedroom on this floor. So in this bedroom, again, you can see there's a nice little nook here. There's wardrobes in that corner. The bed is obviously your focal point, and then they've really given you a generous window here. So not only do you have like a picture window which frames the whole estate, you really have a vantage point of the whole entire estate from here. It's also openable here, so it's both kind of decorative, it's nice to look at, and functional. So on a hot night, open that, and you bring in lots of nice fresh air into the space. Let's circle round, and I just want to show you the size of the bed right now is a king size. Again, it's not your usual thing to see a house being staged with king size beds, but Spitfire really want to show you can fit a bed of a substantial size and have more space around. Nothing worse than kind of moving into a home and then literally thinking, where do I put my wardrobes? You don't have that situation here because they've actually considered fitted wardrobes here. They're full height as well, and they come with the house. And then obviously there's additional space here for whatever you want to put in here, and it's completely up to you. And can I just mention really quickly, guys, it's a standard Spitfire detail to use this paint on the wall. So this paint on the wall, you can kind of see it a lot more now. It's actually like an off grey. It's not quite white as you would see as the standard for most new build houses. Obviously that's an additional cost, and Spitfire's already taken that into the value. Well, it means that stains and kind of general wear and tear is less detectable on walls, and I love the fact that they've done that for you as a standard. But now let's go back into the landing and let's look at this space. So this space, it has a door so you can close it off. It is an extension of the landing, the first floor landing, and it will all be revealed in time what this space is for. But this is like a bonus space. It has a window facing the front of the property, a radiator, so you won't be cold in this space. And they've staged it with like a daybed / chaise lounge sofa here as well. Lovely staging, could be a zen space. Or get rid of that and just put a desk here. It could be like a homework study area or zen space, work from home area, just detached from your bedroom. And yeah, it's just a fantastic use of the additional space that is just kind of an extension of the landing. Now, let's look at the space that flows off of this room. And that is going to be what you've probably been waiting for, which is the primary bedroom, which again benefits from these absolutely stunning mural posts in solid oak and these glass insert panels between balustrades. Wow, fantastic. Now you have really arrived in the main space. So this is the primary bedroom, and just in case you wanted to know in terms of proportion how big this space was, I'm going to walk to the corner and you can see where the springing point is actually as tall as me. So I'm 5'1", so you know that this space is actually very well proportioned. So you can obviously stand up at the edge of the bed, and then you've got this vaulted ceiling at the top with this gorgeous pendant lighting. And in terms of the proportions, I just think that it is so well proportioned. This itself is a super king size bed, and then you've got like a bench, an ottoman at the end of the bed, and you've got bedside tables either side, and still more space. It's fully cushioned with space. There's so much opportunity to do things. You can have additional furniture here, like they put a vase in that corner, but you could put something decorative there if you wanted to. And did you notice it also has its own private balcony? This is like a wall-to-wall window. Well, almost. It's very wide, and you've got double doors that take you to the balcony. So let me just show you that really quickly. This is your own private balcony. Let's walk into the balcony space and I'll show you what else is in there. So in this balcony space, you can see you've got enough space for furniture. And can you see anything across the road? Yep, guys, that is exactly what the house that we're looking at. So the one in the middle is an exact clone of this one that we're viewing now. And it's fully enclosed, so from rain, come or shine, you can enjoy this space, and it's all private, all to you. You can keep it all to yourself. So let's close that off. Oh, before I do, I also wanted to mention, I'll just show you really quickly, Brian. So the inside of the doors are white, which obviously bounces off light, but the outside are dark grey. So it gives it a modern and contemporary look on the outside, but on the inside, it works so well with the decor of the room. So again, walking around, I feel like I'm floating around the space. It is so big. Again, you've got a storage closet here. Let me just show you what I mean. And it's got a light in it already. If I just walk in, you can just see the size of the storage storage space. You can put shelving in there if you wanted to, just really make it whatever you want. And then this is the space that I want to show you, which is the walk-in wardrobe area. So the walk-in wardrobe area has these wall-to-wall sliding doors. And again, it is so well proportioned. It's full height, and they maximize the space using kind of the slope of the roof. It's carpeted as well, so it doesn't feel like an afterthought, and it's fully thought through and done for you. Again, you've got a dressing area here with like a window facing the back of a garden. It's openable as well, so it's great for light ventilation. Connects you to the back of the house, and you can really see the land and the area around you, which I love. Again, it's not tight by any means. It also has its own radiator and makes this room very warm as well. And let's show you the ensuite. So I kind of got a bit excited then I opened the door. So one of the things I wanted to show you about this ensuite is the lighting system. So let me demonstrate it really quickly. So obviously we've got the spotlights. What we've also got are the recessed lights underneath the medicine cabinet, which is the standard detail. Well, these are on separate tracks. So it means that in the middle of the night when you wake up and you want to grab a glass of water, you don't have to turn on all the lights. You can just go in and turn that track on without waking up the person next to you. And I love that. Nice touch. So again, like I said, in here we've got fully tiled flooring. You've got your shower enclosure on your left, and it's got sliding doors. It's got the shower valves outside of the shower, which is an absolute, like, my top 10, like my top 3 things that I absolutely love about houses is the ability to kind of operate the shower without going into and under the shower head. So you're not going to get like splashed with cold water whilst you're waiting for it to heat up in the morning. You've got your recessed shower shelf inside. You've got your rain dance shower head by Hansgrohe and your Hansgrohe Select shower as well. And the actual shower area is very nicely sized. You've got on your right, you've got the medicine cabinet by Spitfire. Again, it's mirrored on one side, on the outside, and then fully panelled on the inside in this beautiful wood grain effect. You've got the spotlights underneath. The shelf is deep enough for you to have toiletries, so it's great for like decorative things. And then shaver socket over there. your white goods by hand grower, and this is a floating sink, which means it's very good for cleaning underneath. And then you've got your heated towel rail as well behind you. Well, as you can see there. So you're probably wondering what's through that door. Again, let me just show you really quickly what's through this door. This door leads to bonus storage space. It's carpeted again. So again, it's communicating the fact that it's not an afterthought. It is so wide, I can't even reach the full span of this, and it's a nice storage space, toiletries, bedding, linen, whatever you want to put in there. And the light in there is on a sensor, which means you don't have to worry about turning on the light switch or anything when it's really dark, and the boogeyman's not going to get you. Don't worry, it's not going to get you. So with that being said, let's just kind of walk into the space. And again, I really do love the staging here as well. Thank you so much for watching this tour and staying all the way through to the end. If you saw something interesting, definitely make sure you leave a comment, because we read all the comments and we try to reply to all of them. So stick around for that. And then most of all, most importantly, subscribe so that you're notified when our new video comes up. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today I'm so excited to show you this fantastic new build house at the Concilio development by Spitfire Homes in Stratford-upon-Avon. What I'm here to show you is a fantastic new build house. It's actually behind me. It's called the Morgan, and I've got all the stats ready. So the first stats is that it's a 4-bedroom house. It's got a double garage, which is detached at the back, a fantastic garden, lots of contemporary details inside. It's also approximately 1,997 square feet and on sale for close to £1.15 million. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned and we'll tour the whole thing together. All right. Hello there, come inside and welcome home. Right, so on this fine warm day, we are going to tour this beautiful house. As you can see, the first thing you're going to notice when you come in is this gorgeous entry door. I love it. It's wide, so you don't have issues with moving furniture in. That's something to think of. And then also it has this contemporary panel in the middle that brings in lots of light, and it's frosted, which means all the people who write in the comments that they have concerns about privacy, there's no concerns about privacy here. You get the light without having to compromise on that. I love the finish of the door and the handle as well. And then enough about the door. Look at the space we're in. We are in the hallway. It is not a wall to wall. I cannot touch the other side of the wall. It is spacious is what I'm trying to say, and it just flows. It invites you through to the rest of the house. To my left is a security panel. I was going to say consumer unit. It's a security panel. And then you've got a bit of like the gadgets around the house kind of peeping through. But the main thing you're going to notice is this door here, which is the first door you meet, which is our... Let's open it. It is our kind of cloakroom / store. Inside, we've got our consumer unit where your fuse board lives, and then a few kind of gadgets here which make the house run. You've got your underfloor heating manifold. Yes, I said underfloor heating manifold, and that's where that lives. And then enough space for shelving, storage, and whatnot. So I'm going to close that off there, and I'm going to return back to the hallway because I want to highlight the flooring. So the specification of the flooring throughout this whole property is fantastic. This in particular, this kind of like very light grey flooring is actually a porcelain tile by Porcelanosa, and this is the sort of detail you're going to see throughout through the whole entire house. I am absolutely blown away by what I'm seeing so far. And then also, before I leave the hallway, I just want to comment on the height. The height of the hallway is slightly taller than your standard 2.4 meters, which kind of lends itself and makes this whole space feel much more spacious and grand, just in case you were in doubt that it was spacious and grand. So the flooring that I talked about continues into the next space, and this is your home office, study, studio, whatever you want to make of it. As this home comes, what you see is what you get. There is no trickery. There's no switcheroos. this is it. So you're going to have this fantastic built-in furniture and casework done with this kind of corner unit and this beautiful light kind of grey washed wood effect. It's fantastic. There's actually a slight texture to it. And then you've got your LED light strips around here, which bring in that modern twist. So you've got the traditional kind of library, home office look kind of brought to the 21st century with these LED strips that make it a wow factor. So coming back into this space, we've got a little nook here, and your eyes, just like mine, are probably going to go to these amazing corner to corner glazing fittings. So you can see they're almost floor to ceiling. They go right down to the floor and then they go up, and you can see there's an opening pane here and there's an opening pane on the other side, and then you've got your floor to ceiling curtain tracks here as well on just above. And then it's got that beautiful kind of finishing that you've seen throughout the rest of the house. There's a little nook here where they've put a little chair if you want to kind of have some kind of what's the word, a reading space, a little nook. Or most likely, if you are somebody in this day and age, you're gonna be there on your iPhone, your iPad, your Samsung device, you know, your tablet. But you know, it's a nice little reading nook there. You've got space there for artwork there, a little lamp, a floor lamp as well, and then you've got more artwork there, and it's not a tight space at all. If you wanted to, you could put more furniture there and have it be like a homework study space for children, and that's basically it for this room. So let's keep moving. Oh, sorry guys, I say keep moving. Again, this is a Spitfire detail. How many developers put door stoppers as standards where it's needed, not just on your entry door, but where it's needed. That's something for you to think about. And then we're back in the hallway. We're just going to look briefly at this fantastic staircase. I'm going to talk about that more later on, so stay tuned because there's something super special about it. So let's go to the next room. The next room is the downstairs toilet or powder room. I feel like this is a powder room. It's so inviting and it smells beautiful. When you come in here, you've got your two-piece suite, you've got your sink and your toilet. And I would like to mention that the white goods in this whole entire property are by Villeroy & Boch. Now, Villeroy & Boch, you're probably thinking, what is that? What are they? They're like a notable designer brand. They kind of do a lot of high-end luxury hotels and homes, and they have a fantastic reputation, which is just a Google away if you're curious. So you've got your faceplate by Villeroy & Boch and the pan, the toilet pan, and then all the boring flushy stuff is behind this kind of boxed area. So the cistern is hidden, and then they've actually brought in a kind of an antique type of mirror. It's actually like it's between like a bronzy effect, but it's very beautiful and it's something different, isn't it? Gorgeous wallpaper with these birds as well, and the floral motif, and then the half height tiling to both sides. So that's pretty much the downstairs toilet. And then my eye kind of darted away because I just remembered that I haven't actually talked through our door hardware. So why do you watch property vlogs videos? The reason why we watch them is because we go through all the details. It's not fair or like for like comparison if we don't talk about how developers have gone above and beyond their standard spec. So this door is a sturdy wooden door. It's done in a contemporary style. This is a Spitfire detail, and then it's paired with these gorgeous chrome handles as well. There's a polished chrome with a kind of a brush chrome in the middle, something different, isn't it? And then we've got our architraves, which I just want to zoom into. So these architraves have a shadow gap detail. It's a recessed detail here, and it continues all the way around, and then it comes all the way back down and connects with the skirting board there. So that skirting board, to make it match together, is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic detail, and it's not easy to do that. We've also got a little nook underneath the staircase, which is a space, perfect space for console, or if you wanted to, you could actually do a built-in furniture to kind of use that space. It depends on how much storage you need. Let's come back through the hallway and let's look at one of my favorite rooms on this floor, and that is your formal lounge. Let's come into this room. So again, fantastic staging. We need to look beyond the staging, but I will still touch on the staging because it's that good. So have you noticed this room has been staged with double the amount of furniture that you would see in most homes in the formal lounge. I will repeat myself, there is double the amount of furniture. We've got 2 armchairs, 2 sofas, 2 coffee tables, 2 armchairs, end tables. We've got a little credenza here, console. We've got a bookcase there, done in a fantastic style. You've got your focal point here. The focal point is double as effective. You've got a space there for a TV or a large piece of art, and you've got another option for a fireplace as well. And by the way, this comes as, you don't have to upgrade to a fireplace. This is a standard detail. Fantastic there. And then you've got this beautiful decorative detail for that log burner. So it's not one of those fake kind of artwork fireplaces. This is a fully functional fireplace, really, log burner. So yeah, again, like I said, double the furniture, twice as many mirrors. I'm sure Brian already showed you how the furniture looks. And I like to walk to the different corners because I'm 5'1", and it's you can see the scale of somebody stood in this room. It's not a small room, it's very spacious. And again, Brian, I love these pendant lights. Again, that shows you the ceiling height. You can have these drop down pendant lights without banging your head on them because the ceiling height is slightly taller than your standard lights. It's very comfortable, and it's done in a it's tastefully decorated, and it fits the home perfectly. So this window, I'm stood by here for a reason. Again, I just love the pelmet detail in the curtains. You've got a very large picture window. Picture windows, essentially, it's framing the view. So what's outside now becomes like free artwork. It's moving and it's dynamic. You've got a fully glazed floor to ceiling panel there, and then you've got your opening element there. So it's the best of both worlds, really, and it's beautifully done. It's aluminium frame, so it's high quality as well. So with that being said, my favorite phrase, let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. Is that the end of the tour on the ground floor? No, it's not. There's more. Stay tuned. Come with me and let me show you this absolutely fantastic open plan living, kitchen, dining space. This is a 10 out of 10, but it has the potential to overwhelm a property vlogs to me. So let me show you. First of all, let me let you in through this gorgeous glazed door. Light is pouring in from this living space into the main hallway through this door. This comes as standard, guys. And then to pair it off, they've also got like a glazing panel beside it as well. So, I mean, the key principles of this home that's coming out to me is the design, focus on design, obviously, and also comfort, underfloor heating, but also light. Light is pouring through. So which space should we even start with? I don't even know. Do you want to start? Let's start with the living room at the end. Just kind of put your hands in front of your eyes as we walk past everything else that's absolutely stunning. I'm going to squeeze this way and let's go straight here to talk about this space. So what are we looking at? We are looking at your focal point. The TV has been centered as your focal point, but it's been built out beautifully. In the show house, this comes with it. This is, everything you're seeing is a standard detail that's going to stay. It's not going to be peeled away. You're not going to be shortchanged. This is exactly what you're getting. You've got this beautiful shelving detail either side. To the interior designers that did this, 10 out of 10. Fantastic. So this is a focal point done wall to wall. There's no weird gaps, misalignments. It's all been perfectly thought through. We've got spotlights to the whole ceiling, which creates like a kind of an ambience. And we've got an L-shaped sofa here. Very spacious. It's definitely a 4 or 5 seater here, and it cradles this little nook here, which we now define as our living area. Off our living area, we're going to notice we've got bifolding doors, aluminium bifolding doors, and these are actually white on the inside and grey on the outside. We'll insert some footage of the garden so you can see what I mean. Two-toned colour to the bifold doors. That is an extra detail. And then also when you look at the garden, you can see the dark grey paving slabs and then the lawn that leads off it. And this size garden for this kind of property is perfect. And it even extends further over there. But we don't want to spend too long in this space because that would mean that we wouldn't be talking about this amazing space. This space right now, this is an 8-seater. So if you want to, you can definitely have 8 people spaciously kind of, the arrangement can easily accommodate 8 people sat here in this beautifully staged dining area. And then guess what, guys? Guess what? This is the heart of the home that links to the other heart of the home. I just hope the camera pans up to the ceiling and you can see this is a double height feature space located in the heart of the home. So as dinner's served, the beautiful fragrance, everything, the dynamic nature of everyone being in this space is experienced throughout the whole home. And then we've got this double height glazing feature here as well, which means that from this part of the home, all the way through here, all the way to the back, the front of the house, you have a clear line of sight to the garden. This is architectural. This is going beyond the brief. Right, I sound so hyped right now. High energy, because this house is a very beautiful house. You've got your breakfast bar here with a waterfall edge. The worktop itself is actually by Silestone and it's fantastic. It's very durable and they're one of the market leaders when it comes to worktops. You're going to definitely see Silestone a lot throughout beautifully bespoke homes. This little silver ring thing is actually a pop-up socket system, which you do by pressing down and then bringing it up. You can see there they've already considered the sockets. Fantastic. So when you say kids, food's ready, you know, they've come down with their iPads, laptops, and everyone can just sit by the breakfast bar and have family time together. So that was a bit of tongue-in-cheek. So anyway, we've got your Silestone worktop, and you know, the size of this worktop itself is just humongous. You've got a little area there with like sockets as well and USB chargers. Again, this is a future thinking home. And then you've got your window in front of your sink. I love that. I absolutely love that. How many times, comment below how many times or how many videos you've watched where I've pointed out that this is one of my favorite things when I see this in new builds. The sink must be in front of the window, looking over the garden or the front garden. Tick, tick, tick. The Silestone worktop has been done as an upstand and then continued to the windowsill. So any water that splashes from the tap dealt with, not a problem whatsoever. We've got our 1.5 bowl sink by Abode. You've got your integrated grooves there and ample storage. That's the dishwasher. You've got a dishwasher there by Zanussi. You've got storage there. You've got storage pretty much everywhere. There you go. And that's the cutlery door in there as well. And then we've got storage above, which I'll show you really quickly. So in terms of summarizing this kitchen, I would say that we've got our kind of natural stone effect Silestone. We've got dark colored shaker style doors as well to the low level. They've been paired off with, I don't know which one to start first. They've been paired off with dark gray internal cabinetry as well. And everything is on soft closers. At high level, we've got our wall mounted units. Those are white matte on the, well, gray matte on the front, shaker style. And they've actually been paired up with these dark gray cabinets on the inside, which is basically fantastic. To the middle, we've got this fantastic opportunity to have spice racks there. So your spices are cleverly placed above that. And they're using the space that you would have lost really, because there's an extract fan there. And normally in most kitchens, there's a massive gap between the two cabinets. They've not done that. They've hidden the extract very carefully and then maximized storage with the shelving. I just love that. And then you've got obviously storage there. You've got your, what's it called? The recessed downlighters there. They're basically LED strips there, just creating a bit of an ambience in the kitchen. You've got your bank of switches there, and then pretty much an electric hob as well by Neff there. You've got appliances by Neff, a double oven. One of them is a microwave oven as well. And then you've got storage there and storage here and storage everywhere. And your fridge and freezer there. That's it. So with that being said, let's go on to the rest of the room. So this is your utility space. So the utility has the boiler. Again, you can see the hinges there. That's because there's going to be The cabinetry is going to continue there. So that won't look like that. That'll be completely hidden by the time that you purchase this home. You've got your shelving done with lovely decor pieces there. And then a beautiful worktop. It's a laminate, but it's a very, very high quality laminate. So when you look at it, it actually looks like it's like marble. It's been done with an upstand, and then you've got your single bowl sink, stainless steel sink for a more kind of, what's called, a more kind of practical sink as well. And then you've got a storage underneath the sink, and then spaces where you can have additional appliances. So that's fantastic. And then off the utility is access straight off from the garage at the back. As you can see there, the double garage, and it lets in lots of light through this opened through this glazed panel here. Again, as we're walking out the utility, can I just pause for a second and look at these large format tiles by Porcelanosa? Each of these tiles is about 80 centimeters by 80 centimeters. That is fantastic. These things are quite expensive, and they're not standard details that you would see from most house builders. So let's keep moving throughout this tour, and let's go upstairs. So let's go up this fantastic carpeted staircase, and I just want to show you the glass balustrades that you can see there, and this solid wood newel post, which is the end of your staircase. And this is a standard and classic Spitfire detail, and it runs throughout the whole home. You're going to see more of that upstairs. So let me show you the rest of the first floor. And tell me if you see something slightly different or unusual. Do you see something different? I do. I see our double height space. So again, this is such a fantastic design feature. So they've had to plan this in advance to make sure that everything lines up, that there's not a bedroom in this area, and the light floods into this landing space. That is a fantastic bonus, which basically makes this space just feel so big and spacious and airy. And that's the landing. So let's go through to the rest of the house. So this first room, beautifully staged in kind of like a really lovely pink. It's been staged as a twin, but it's a double bedroom. Probably could fit a king size bed in the middle with 2 bedside tables. But here's a nice visual for you to see how spacious it is, so that you can see what furniture arrangements are possible. You've got your large window facing the street here as well. It's the same one actually that's downstairs. So a lot of developers, they'll do this thing where the downstairs will be all tall, big and grand, and then the first floor will be like shrunken and small with, you know, the windows are very small. Not here at all. This is still the same level of quality and detail that you saw downstairs. Upstairs compared to downstairs is actually radiators and, well, central heating. So, you know, just bear that in mind as well. And all of that is actually controlled via a thermostat that's on the landing, which is really convenient. The next room here is this family bathroom. As you can see, the family bathroom is actually a 4-piece suite. That is literally the ideal arrangement for a family bathroom. You have your bathtub, 1, then you have your shower, 2, then you have your toilet, and then your sink. You've got everything here, and it's all beautifully tiled in this Porcelanosa tiling from floor to ceiling in the shower enclosure. And they've done a bit of a variety. They've not just gone with 1 tile, they've gone with 3 actually. You've got the whole shower enclosure there. You've got your recessed shelf in the shower with a handheld hand grower shower as well, and that's fantastic. We also have this detail here, which I love, to the sill as well, and it's actually been finished with this edging strip here. You've got your window with the frosted glass there, and then again, like I said, the tiling is just fantastic. We can see they've actually also continued the tiling up the side of the bath. Normally in a standard house you would find this is a plastic panel on the side of the bathtub, but they've done this, which makes it more durable. You're not going to accidentally kick it in and it doesn't squeak. So that's something to note. And then you've got this beautiful focal point. How many bathrooms have focal points? I just love this so much. You've got the hidden cistern detail as standard. You've got the shaver socket, which you can't see, but I can see it's here. And it's got 2 options as well. And then you've got your beautiful, beautiful medicine cabinet, which is just fantastic, and it's just so spacious. All the family's toiletries can easily go in there. And it's just been done in this beautiful, beautiful light colored wood as well. I'm just going to close that. And did I mention it is fully mirrored as well? And there's also lighting underneath that as well. So with that bit's covered. And then we look at this bit, which is basically the tower rail, the heated tower rail, which is really, really tall. It's almost floor to ceiling, actually, more than enough for a family. So let's come out of there and go into the next room. This room is a king size bedroom. I'm even convinced it's a super king. So you're probably wondering, what do you mean, like super king? Don't we use singles and doubles? Well, I think to be fully transparent, I want to talk about the size of the room and how much it can contain. No point calling it a double if the double bed has to be squished against the wall. You can't fit furniture, but you don't have that issue here. We have a king size bed bang in the middle with space for large dressing large bedside tables either side. I love the decor, the way they've done the half height painting in this showroom. And then we've got a large window facing the rear garden, and that is great. And you can see the rest of the garden from there. And then you've got your central heating, your radiator there, cleverly positioned. They've already thought about where your wardrobe's going to go. That's going to be there. And then you've got a space there. And then you can little kind of peek behind the paper here. There's actually already consideration for a TV aerial and a socket mounted at high level. And that pretty much is it for this room. Let's keep going. So the next room we're going to go is this one. And this is a fantastic third bedroom, really. So you've got your window facing the back. You've got a fantastic headboard. Again, staging, props, a large king size bed, which can be upgraded to a super king. You've got your wardrobes tucked in the corner there. A TV aerial is opposite the bed, and you've got a space for a little dressing table there as well. And we've got an ensuite. So let's have a look at the ensuite. So quickly speaking, the ensuite itself, in terms of sizing, is large in terms of width and length. It has the Hansgrohe shower as well to it. And also it's got the faceplate, toilet and sink by Villeroy and Boch. And then this recessed shelving there. Perfect for you to just add your mirror or whatever decor you want on the wall. Shaver socket. And then of course we've got our favorite, I'm going to show you in a second, tower rail. And then the window, bringing in lots of natural light. So let's keep going and go to the next room now. I'm just like building up. I'm just so excited. Now back in the landing. I mean, before we go to the next room, I just want to show you just how amazing the flow of this room is. This, you have to imagine this as being your family house. And if it's stripped off the decor, it's still as fantastic. It has the glass balustrading so that your view is not even impacted whatsoever. And it just connects the house and the rooms together. So let's go to the next room. Sorry, guys, I have to do like a Michael Jackson moonwalk back. And let's look at this store here. So this is where your heating system lives. By ideal, as you can see, your hot water cylinder and all that stuff there is basically telling you you have thermostatic showers throughout the entire home. So no more noisy electric showers. You have thermostatic showers, power showers, beautiful showers. Fantastic. Let's keep moving. So the next mystery door is going to be this one, which is a store cupboard. So this is using the space above the staircase to create a store cupboard, and it comes with a light switch just like the other store did, which means it makes the space more practical and you can use it throughout the, depending on, you're not restricted by how much light you've got. And then let's build it up. This is the space you've been waiting for. Let me introduce you to your primary bedroom. Your primary bedroom is, I mean, pause. Let's just look at the primary bedroom. It is fantastic. I am speechless. Not really. I have so much to say about this space. Right now, I just feel so energized being in the space. There is, number one, there is a vaulted ceiling throughout the space. How many primary bedrooms can fit a chandelier in their space? This one can. Vaulted ceiling, which means you can do high headboards, high everything, tall mirrors, stage it to, you know, galore, but that you wouldn't impact the room in that way. It would always feel spacious. Behind me, you've got these double doors which open up to your own private balcony. So you have this aspect of looking out at the street, looking out at your car, looking out at the neighborhood. Occasionally there's a car, but you can't hear it because the trickle vents, they block out all the noise. So it's super quiet in here. And the acoustics in here must be fantastic, because with it being vaulted, there's no echo whatsoever. I love it. So chrome handles to the double doors, and each door has a window beside it, so you can open, get fresh air without actually having to open the doors. I love it. Let's look at the ensuite. The ensuite is beautiful, stunning, grey polished porcelanosa tiles on the floor as well, in a stone appearance. And then you've got this large, I want to even indicate with my hands, this whole divider is a glass fixed screen. You've got your shower valves here, so you don't have to walk into the shower, get wet with freezing cold water to turn it on. And then you've got your recessed shelf in there. You've got a shower there by Hansgrohe, and you've got your rain dance shower head there too. The size of the shower itself is so long, it's definitely close to 1.5 meters, if not more. Then you've got your medicine cabinet behind. This medicine cabinet, again, has that same detail we saw before. As you can see, it's got that light kind of wood effect on the inside, shelving already pre-planned. And then it's got the spotlights underneath as well, as you can see. And then we've got a shaver socket. They've actually been so smart to do this, where they've done two-tone sealant. So in the actual recessed area, it's grey sealant in the corners, which means it doesn't pop out like a stark detail. It's a fantastic touch. When you get the chance to see the show home, you will see what I mean. But if you're not here, I will continue explaining it. We've got the Villeroy & Boch faceplate, toilet and sink, and a window with lots of natural light with frosted glass as well. The towel rail, like I said, and the size of it is just perfect. So guys, let's keep moving. So with that being said, I would like to, nope, that's not the end of the tour, guys. There's no with that being said. We've still got more. In this primary bedroom, we've got an actual L-shaped or R-shaped, depending on how you want to view it. You've got a R-shaped walk-in wardrobe area with like an option for like 2 different wardrobe areas. So you've obviously got this feature here with floor to ceiling wardrobes, and then a little space here where you can get ready for the day. I know there's already mirrors on there, but maybe you can add another mirror, which would make the space feel even brighter and bigger, and it's just well positioned off the main bedroom space. So with that being said, we are now at the end of the video. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching it right to the end. There's been so many features. Do you like the double height feature? Which one was your favorite? Is it the outside of the home, or what was it? Leave it in the comment below. And most of all, subscribe so we can notify you when the next video comes up next week. All right, see you, bye. Welcome to another installment of Property Vlogs. Today, I'm so excited to show you this absolutely gorgeous development behind me. You are looking at Weston House, which is in the Beaufort development by Spitfire Homes. And we are located in Edgbaston, Birmingham, which is a fantastic and leafy suburb of Birmingham, West Midlands, UK. So with that being said, let's run through the stats of the apartment. This particular apartment is a duplex apartment. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and it's currently on sale for £750,000. If all of that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe to our channel, and then let's tour the rest of the property together. Hi friends, thanks for joining us on this tour. Now come in and welcome home. It's nice and cozy in here. So let me just close the front door to your fabulous, fabulous apartment. And we are in the hallway. So in terms of hallways, let me just walk around. I'll just show you a sneak peek. This leads you to the staircase upstairs, and you kind of have an opportunity to check yourself in the mirror, and then you're back in the main heart of the hallway. You can see it's kind of like a T-shaped hallway. It's definitely not cramped, and you're probably going to notice the extremely high ceiling heights. So what are we actually looking at? We are looking at fabulous oak herringbone flooring. This is real wood herringbone flooring, and it definitely looks that way. There's so much character in the floor. You can always tell when it's real, guys. You can always tell. The first door to my right is actually the powder room. I'm going to call it a powder room because it is generous in terms of proportions, and it's definitely not just your bog standard WC. So walking into this space, you've got a window bringing in lots of natural light, and then you've got half height tiling behind the actual toilet itself and the sink, and you've got additional space. This could actually double up as a cloak space, and I mean, they gave you all this extra space. It really is up to you what you want to do with it. The sanitary ware in this entire property is by Villeroy & Boch. You're going to notice the sink is by Villeroy & Boch as well. And then you've got the chrome actual taps and fittings. You've got the faceplate as well there by Villeroy & Boch. And then you've got this chrome edging all the way around this beautiful natural kind of sandstone type tiling. You've got this gorgeous wallpaper as well, and then it goes all the way, and you can see how generous the floor to ceiling is in this space. Your heated towel rail, it's so warm and nice, and that's chrome as well. And then there's also sockets in here. So sorry, Brian, if we just look really quickly, I've just got an idea. This could actually be a very conveniently placed laundry room as well. So you could have machines here if you absolutely wanted to, but again, it's completely up to you. So let's talk about some of the features. One of the first things you're going to notice when you come into this space, apart from the fantastic flooring, like I said, is the doors and the architraves and the skirting. This is a period property because it's all to do with the context of the site. This actually used to be a convent as well. So all the rooms kind of date back into the Victorian era. So you're going to notice a lot of detail that you're not going to get in your standard new build property. Such as these gorgeous 2-panel doors, so 1-2 panel, and then the architraves are so detailed. What I mean by that is that you probably used to see in our property vlogs tours where it's a square edge. This is a very kind of, I think sometimes it's got different names, Victorian, Georgian profiles, but it's the profile is the shape of the architrave, and you can just see that it's so unique and very, very traditional. You've got very tall skirting profiles as well. So when I say tall, they're very high, and that just adds more character. Again, in the hallway, you're going to see examples of this black nickel faceplates to all the sockets, and that's going to be throughout the property in all the visible sockets. And then again, all the doors have this beautiful polished chrome handle as well. So that's door number 1. Door number 2 takes you here. So you know how I mentioned that could have been your cloak and your powder room? This is your official cloak room. So again, you've got your consumer unit on the wall. You've got the black nickel sockets as well. And then you've got your plumbing. And then obviously you can fit it out in storage, shelves. There's a light in there as well. So it's not going to be dark. So let's get on with the rest of the tour. Before we move on to the rest of the space, I just want to show you, this is your security system as well. And this is obviously your telecom system as you come into your apartment, and just making sure everything's nice and safe. So let's keep going. What's through this mystery door, you ask? Well, come with me. Let's go into the heart of the house, which is this open plan living kitchen and dining space. Guys, I'm so excited right now. I mean, wow, this is just incredible. The acoustics in this space are fantastic. You would not be able to tell that we are now in a space that has floor to ceiling heights of 3.6 meters. So let's look at what we're looking at here. This space is incredible. The living room is well proportioned. You've got a kitchen island there, and then you've got your kitchen, which we'll just quickly peek at in a second, looking over our dining space. But come back really quick, come back. We will tour this space first. So what are we actually looking at? So again, like I said, this is open plan concept. So everything flows into each other, but we don't really need that to make the space feel very big, because we've got so much light flooding through this gorgeous bay window here. This is fantastic. And when we're talking about the location that we're in, we do see a lot of properties with gorgeous Victorian style bay or Georgian style bay windows. Well, this property has a very, very dramatic one. We've got this bay window, looks like it's going to be at least 2.6 meters, if not 3 meters tall. It is ginormous. Let me squeeze past the sofa and I will show you the proportions. I am 5'1". aka 1.55 meters, and this bay window is almost twice, if not 2.5 times taller than me. I absolutely love that. The level of the sill is low enough for me to just perch and just look out at the front of the drive, and the sun is just flooding through this space, and it just gives me so much energy. Got these gorgeous curtains, kind of really well done, and I can see, I don't need binoculars, but right at the top you can see that there's trickle vents. So guys, it looks very traditional, but it's been brought to the 21st century, upgraded, and they've added the Spitfire kind of bespoke detailing to make this house super luxurious and comfortable. So those are sash windows, and they're completely openable. Yes, those humongous windows open. And now that I've finished kind of fangirling the windows and talking so much about how much I love them, I want to also go over here and let's talk about this bespoke casework over here, this cabinetry. So from wall to wall, we've got this absolutely gorgeous feature in the heart of the home. I'm just going to walk over here because let's talk about this. So it is symmetrical. Each side has these soft closing hinge doors with this beautiful antique brass handles as well. And I just love that. You've got this open shelving system here, and then it's got lighting, soft lighting inside for your artwork, your books, depending on what your taste is. We've got a recessed TV in here, and I just love how everything has just been done to a high level of precision. The color of this as well is just like, it goes perfectly with the color of the paint on the wall, and it just is just so soft and delicate, but also very modern and contemporary. You've got a kind of a recessed mirrored shelf there as well, which they've staged with candles, and then you've got the furniture spread here. It's completely up to you how you want to lay out the furniture, but they've gone with having 2 armchairs over here and then an oversized 4-seater. So it looks like it's a 3-seater because of the 3 panels, but I'm telling you, this is an oversized sofa because the space is so large. So they do have the proportions are going to look like they're smaller, but really when I'm stood next to these units, you can see how big that they are. You've got 2 coffee tables in the center, a beautiful rug over, again, that oak herringbone flooring. So you've got your kitchen peninsula here as well. It's peninsula, not an island, because it's attached to the wall, but then that also means that they've been able to maximize the circulation around it. We've got beautiful quartz worktop, and it then goes, there's a waterfall edge here, and then you've got your bar stools here, or your chairs, your high chairs here, and that could be your breakfast bar maybe. Kitchen diner space. I love the way it's been staged. All of this is worktop, so prep area, and then you've got shaker style cabinetry underneath as well. So moving over here to the peninsula, you've got your built-in induction hob as well by Neff, and then you've got your downdraft extract fan by Neff as well. Press that button, and when it switches on, it comes up slowly, comes up to around this height, and extracts all the fumes from the worktop here, the cooking, which is perfect for an open plan space. You don't have to have kind of that horrible kind of bulkhead or like a humongous extract fan all the way down to this space, and it's very modern, clean and clear. Lines of sight are fantastic because there's nothing blocking me, so I can look right to the person on the sofa, and we're all connected in the space together. Again, you've got your banker sockets here, there's USB fittings in here, and I'm just going to briefly show you the storage capacity in this. So obviously you've got storage, you've got a drawer there, a drawer here, you've got storage in here as well. Fantastic. You know, they're really maximizing the space. And then you've got your storage here as well, which I'll gently open. Soft closers, so there's not a lot of rattling as well, as you can see. Beautiful. So let's keep it moving. Right, so now that we're in the heart of the home, you can see there's still a lot of circulation, and if I kind of, let me just walk to the back of here, just for context again. You've got this dining area over here as well, and it's been staged at the moment as a 6-seater, but again, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's look at the kitchen first. So this kitchen, again, you've seen the quartz worktop that I showed you earlier. You've got the fabricated grooves in the worktop, which is great. So you've got the strainer built into the worktop, and that there's an upstand as well at the back of the worktop, which is great for protecting the walls as well. You've got your hidden LED strip lighting as well, which just adds like a really nice ambiance. And then you've got your farmhouse style kind of ceramic sink here as well. And you can see the strainer as well. It's by Frank, a very reputable company. I love this traditional kind of mix between traditional and modern that they've done all the way throughout the property. You've got your, well, this is actually where your boiler lives. Don't tell anyone, but it's Valent boiler, another reputable brand. And then everything in here is shaker style as well. So you've got your shaker style fittings with like a double kind of grooved profile. And then you've got kind of like, they would normally be display cabinets, but I love the frosted glass on the front. So if you're somebody who has a lot of things to store, you obviously can do that. It's like the best of both worlds. You've got storage, as you can see. Let me just show you how much storage there is in this property. And again, can I just point out the fact that inside the cabinets, it's been color matched exactly to match with the external. Most kitchen designers will just go with white because it's cheaper, but not in this case, guys. This has been upgraded, and this is a classic detail you're going to find in Spitfire Homes. Again, like I said, you've got the black nickel sockets as well. That again would normally be an upgrade for most homes. And then you've got your Neff integrated appliances, your microwave oven and your regular oven as well, brand new. And then again, storage. That's amazing. So let me just close that like that. And then you've got your fridge freezer here in a 60, I believe it's probably a 70-30 arrangement as well, just so conveniently placed. So again, what would it be like to cook in this space? You'd obviously have all the messy kind of work going on here, all the prep space, and then you'd take that easily over here to the integrated ovens, and then from there we would then take it over here to the actual part that you can flow with the rest of the home. So you can actually cook the food here, serve it easily here, and it's all nice in this really, it's called a working triangle, and it flows really nicely together. So let's look at the dining space that I was teasing you with earlier. So you can see you've still got loads of space. So if you wanted to upgrade the table, flip the orientation, you can. Again, this could be a snug instead of a dining area. But what I want to draw your attention to most of all are these bifolding doors that lead to your own private terrace. And the terrace is easily, like conveniently accessed straight off the front of the property. And I just love that. Should we go outside, Brian, really quickly? Right, let me show you the outside space. So first thing I wanted to mention is the threshold. That is as level a threshold as you're going to get coming from an inside to an outside space. So let's come into the space. This is your private terrace, and as you can see, it's fully tiled, which means it's extremely low maintenance, and it's completely secured by these metal railings, which are done in the period style of the property. To this side of this private terrace area is like a perfect area for a barbecue or seating. You've also got a socket there against the wall for plugging in devices or garden equipment. You've got two downlighters, well, up and down lighters either side of the bifolding doors, and then you've got the render to the front of the property, which is done in an ashlar style with the lines. It all complements the property, and this is your own private unique space. There's shrubbery and planting all the way around, which will obviously over time grow and make this place feel even more cocooned, and it's just fantastic. It's your own little space in Edgbaston. So as I kind of want to talk to you about the rest of this space, I just look over here and we'll just look over that building, and I just want to pause for a second and ask you if that looks familiar to you. Well, if it does, it's because we toured it a few weeks ago, and the link should come up any second now, and it's just over there. You can see the coach house, and the link should pop up anytime on the screen. So let's go into the rest of the house and show you. The acoustics in this property are fantastic because as soon as you close the door, it's silent in here. But let's keep it moving. Oh, before I go, I like to point out whenever there's outlooks. So there's a view this way through the property, and obviously a view that way, so it's dual aspect as well. And then again, you can see the ceiling here has the spotlights recessed in. It's slightly dropped compared to the rest of the kitchen, but it's still fantastic in terms of proportion. So let's keep it moving, guys. We've got so much house to show you. It does feel like a house, guys. It really does feel like a beautiful, luxurious house. So now we're going to go upstairs. Come with me. Such enormous floor to ceiling heights. You've got a wall light here as well. And then I'll tell you more about the space when we get to the actual top of the stairs. Now we're on the first floor of this apartment. So one thing I'm going to tell you about that I absolutely love is whenever you've got a hallway, a landing or a staircase which has natural light. This means that when all the bedroom doors, all the bathroom doors are closed on the first floor, you're still going to have the space kind of glowing. There's going to be so much light coming through, and I love that. You've actually got traditional sash windows there, and there's 2 of them either side, and I absolutely love that. I haven't said that enough. Love, love, love that detail. The first mystery door we're going to look at, as you can see, is here. So this is a beautiful, I'm actually going to walk in. So despite the door being narrower than usual, it's definitely there's enough space in here. It's a storeroom with light as well, and it's been carpeted. So the same quality finish has been taken across the whole property, regardless of the room. It's been thought through all the way through to the end. So that's that mystery door. Again, did I mention already? This is the radiator style throughout the whole property. It's thermostatic, which basically means it's using central heating to power the whole thing. So it's very energy efficient for you. And then we're walking through the landing now to the corridor to the first room. So let's go into this room. This room is a gorgeous, gorgeous double bedroom. So I just like to walk to the end of the room just to show the proportions. Again, a double bed or king size can easily fit in here. I love what they've done to this room as well in terms of staging. But again, remember, we try and look past the staging to the architecture to show you what you're getting if you were to live here. So apart from obviously the beautiful staging, like I said, we're going to get these 2 gorgeous sash windows. These are traditional timber sash windows, and the effort it takes to get these made, I cannot understate it enough. It's way easier to get UPVC plastic windows. So whenever you see these done, especially with the double glazing, that's a massive box ticked. So they are traditional windows that lift up and down versus like your casement windows, the modern windows, which lift kind of out or hinge. They're hinged windows. So these slide up and down. They bring so much light. In terms of proportions, these are almost full height. So they're going to be close to 2 meters, if not more, in height, proportion wise. And then you've obviously got your radiator in the middle, and there's 2 windows. And guys, let me just show you something. Let's quickly look out of the window. Does that look familiar to you by any chance? Just looking outside. If you've been kind of a long time or a recent viewer of our videos, you're going to notice that building, and a link should pop up either that way or that way soon to give you a bit more of a taste of what we're hinting at. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you right here, we've actually toured that property, and yes, you can view it via one of the links that's going to pop up. So let's continue with the rest of this tour. So if I squeeze over to this site, if I scoot over to this side, you're going to see that we've got our wardrobe space over here as well. And it does go wall to wall. It is spacious. It's already fitted, ready for you to bring in your coats, your bags. All your stuff can fit in there. I was so tempted to walk in just to show you. Shall I do that? So again, in terms of proportion, it's big. I can stretch my arms. It's quite a large space. It's mirrored, which maximizes the feel of this space. So coming out of here, I'm going to show you, because there's still more. Behind this 2-panel door is your own ensuite. So let's look at this ensuite. First thing you're going to see here is you're going to notice you've got your heated towel rail. It's a slimline one, but it's still in chrome. A window as well. And I love that they've put in a window. So the window is frosted as well for privacy, but it's also another tall sash window. So you've got your tiling as well, which kind of completely encloses the shower area, and it's very, very tall. You've got this Spitfire detail, which is like a chrome edged detail to the tiles with a mirrored cabinet as well, which obviously is hinged on the other side. So I'm going to show you that really quickly. Again, you've got your shelving done there in a kind of a light, I don't want to be I was going to say cheesy and say a Scandinavian. It's not Scandinavian. It's just a light colored wood in a very, very modern style. And I love that. So I'm going to close the mirror there, and then you're going to notice there's a shaver socket there as well, and a recessed shelf. There's a recessed shower shelf inside, and then inside the shower we've got a hand screw fitting as well, with a handheld kind of device as well, a little soap holder as well, and then the beautiful tiling all the way inside. And I just think altogether that perfectly finishes this space. So let's come back into here and let's keep it moving, because there is more, guys. So this is a space that I'm so excited to show you. And without further ado, come with me and we will tour the primary suite. So as I'm walking into the primary suite, I like to walk all the way to the end. You can just see how big this space is. So downstairs was 3.6 meters. Here is 3.2 meters in terms of height. So you're not really losing that kind of grand floor to ceiling height or the proportions. You've got a fantastic arrangement here because the room flows all the way around. You've got these two windows facing the front of the property. They overlook the development. And you can see what we mean when we talk about Edgbaston being very kind of lush green and a very, very nice little bubble that you get in Birmingham. So you've got the sash windows like I mentioned. And is that it? No, there's more. Come on, I want to show you. So there's a well, actually it's a fitted wardrobe. At the moment it's completely open. It's open, so there's flexibility for you to decide what you want to do with it. But as you can see, it can go all the way to the ceiling. 3.2 meters tall worth of storage space can be contained in here. And if you wanted, you could close it off with doors. They've left it open so it can benefit from the light as well. So let's move around the space and I will show you in terms of proportion. Let's just talk about the bed. So our king size bed has two large bedside tables and these gorgeous oversized lamps as well. You can see the artwork in the paneling either side, and they've done a beautiful floor to ceiling headboard, and it goes all the way to the top. Again, you're going to notice right at the top we've got this beautiful coving. That's something that you would have seen all the way throughout the property, and it's part of like the traditional, it's what you'd expect from a traditional property like this as well. Again, I just love the way it's been beautifully staged and it's carpeted and it just all works together nicely. You've got a little nook over here which is your dressing nook. If you're a TV watcher, you decide whether you want the TV right in front of the bed or over here discreetly. But I like that there's a space here for it to be a reading nook, a makeup area, whatever you want to make of it. But there's definitely a lot of space in this room. So let's keep moving and I'll show you the ensuite to this bedroom. So this is the ensuite to the primary bedroom. And let me just open this cabinet for you to see. As you can see, it's a double cabinet with recessed LED lights underneath and shaver socket. Again, the shaver socket is done in the black nickel that we saw earlier. Got storage there for toiletries and more storage here as well. So both of these are mirrored cabinets, as you can see. And that not only obviously bounces the light, but makes the space feel even bigger. And it's great for when you're actually getting ready in the morning and you want to kind of like see what you look like. So I'm just going to close that for a second. And then you've got the Villeroy-Boch faceplate. You've got this beautiful kind of porcelain tile in a marble effect, and then you've got your Villeroy-Boch white goods there. You've got your chrome towel rail just there as well, and then you've got the skirting which has been brought into the ensuite as well, and then the flooring. It's all being done in a very tasteful way. And let me continue to show you the rest of what's in here. So this is your shower. It's got a sliding door, double sliding door, and then inside you've got your Hansgrohe fitting, and then you've got your rain dance shower head as well there, and you've got the valves are quite conveniently placed by the entrance, so you don't have to be like walking all the way in. And then you've got a little recessed shelf inside for toiletries. And in terms of proportion, I love the proportion of that ensuite, and I love how it ties everything together. So guys, with that being said, I want to just thank you so much for touring this with us. It's been a pleasure to view this absolute unique property. You let us know if you think this is one of the most unique and beautiful period style properties that you've seen. And remember, it's not a new build, but with it being a refurbishment, it's got all the upgrades and elements you'd expect in a modern home. So let us know what you think below, but most of all, subscribe so that you get notified when we post our video next week. And then let us know, I think I've already said that, but yeah, most of all, see you next week, yeah, in our next video. Bye.